And we're live.
Let's do this. So, dude, I gotta come clean with you, bro. I'm fucking addicted to the Red Dead, bro.
Yeah?
I've put in some hours already the past like 2-3
When
nights.
you sent me that message about you playing for 6 hours straight, I'm like, yeah, welcome to the club, motherfucker. Like, you ain't
Dude,
saying
my
nothing
lady-
I don't already know.
My lady woke up the other morning pissed as fuck, dude. She
I'm
was so
telling you.
mad. She was so mad. It was
And
like
the-
sun's coming up, and she's like, dude, what the fuck? Dude,
Yeah,
like,
and
what
the
are you
online
doing?
hasn't even dropped yet.
I don't see why you get mad. Like, I could be in here jerking off for 6 hours. Like, get out of here. What's your problem?
Yeah, I mean, no, I get, because she feels like if I crash out,
Kaz
then
is
I'm
part
going
of
to
the
ruse.
no fap club. He
I'm
don't jerk
rusing.
off.
Yeah, I don't do that. Well, I don't have to. I'm married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dame.
I beat that shit like it owes me money.
See, that's a beautiful thing.
I get paid like 2-3 times a day.
A single dude and a married dude, bro.
Pay up.
That's what we should have called this, the single dude and married dude podcast. 'Cause it's with
No,
food.
but that game is just another level, right?
Yeah, it's
The old one was dope.
See, I didn't play the
I never
first
played
one.
the old
First one
one
was
either.
dope.
Oh,
So I
and
mean,
the homies tell me it's
probably like
dope
more
too.
like free roam. That's
You
what
know
I feel
Oregon
like.
Trail,
Yeah,
dog?
yeah.
When I was a kid? That's Oregon Trail on crack.
It
Yeah,
is,
yeah, I was
dude.
gonna say, I
It
know
is.
it ain't
But you
a-
know what though? I'm gonna tell
make
you
a
right now,
decision.
bro.
Are you gonna drop
Like
this?
shooting, I fucking suck.
Okay, so you hold L2
I
to
do.
lock in,
Yes,
and then you blast with R2.
I did.
But
No,
so
man.
And mine's a little off each time for some reason, dude.
let it go and then
I can't
relock it. 'cause
Yeah, I tried that shit, and then I tried to do the what is it called, the eagle eye shit, where you hit
Yeah.
the buttons and he starts going slow mo. But my thing's all, voot, voot. Like I'm trying to get it centered, and it's like.
Just gotta pay like
by the
$120
time by the time it
$100.
runs out, I haven't even taken the shot. You know
Get
what I'm
them little
saying?
handheld things
Dude,
for an
for
extra
real,
$100
though.
bucks.
But for real, no, honestly, I can see where you got sucked in, dude. Like you were
Yeah, I
so
beat
right.
it.
There's so many little fucking things you can do. Like
Is
I just-
Rockstar still doing this?
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Okay,
Yeah.
I figured.
So
I was like,
I'll
it was
be
like
mashing
GTA before.
on the horse on the way back and shit, and they'll be like, you'll hear a woman screaming, "Help me!" And some lady's getting like dragged by her horse.
And you have a choice to go.
You
over
have the
there
choice to
and,
save her or just
No, you
go.
can move that
Or
mic
go.
to however comfortable
Kid.
you are.
like an
You got-
option to go watch.
Yeah, like
You're like, I'm gonna go
slack,
see
you know
this.
what I'm saying?
Should I save this bitch?
Should've just
Should I
watched
save her? I wanna be saved.
it.
No, but I beat that game. I don't know how many hours, but I beat it like 3 days ago,
Okay.
and
What percentage?
100%.
All the like.
No, just the story.
I was like, yeah, because I was
Yeah,
like, that's
no,
I know that's
'cause
like
there's so
GTA
much
shit. You got to
shit
go
to
do
do,
all the
yeah.
little side things.
I
You
think
gotta
I'm like
collect all the
16%.
gold coins, and there's like,
Hunting,
yeah.
finding dinosaur bones. There's a bunch of shit.
I barely was able to figure out how to find fucking herbs and shit.
Yeah.
The other day. I was like, what the fuck? And then it's like, turn on your eagle eye shit. And all of a sudden, there's fucking everywhere around me and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah.
Like some Batman type shit. You ever play that Batman Arkham City? Is that what it's like? You can like see
It's
shit.
tight.
I never
tighter than
played that
that.
game, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Grand Theft Auto.
'Cause-
That's,
well,
like
that's
what
what
the old one was. It's
dude,
like
I read
Western
there's
Grand
a
Theft
double
Auto,
barrel
right?
shotgun that you can unlock by playing Grand Theft Auto. Is what I read. It's like you got to go back into Grand Theft Auto and have like the same, like I guess, like username or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But if you
It'll-
go
That's dope.
beat a certain thing, you'll unlock the double barrel shotgun in there, and then when you go back to Red Dead, it's already there.
The
That's
volcanic
kinda
pistol I told you about, the all gold one. That's all I need in that game. I'll just be blasting fools, 2 shots, boom, boom to the head.
It's like the golden gun on
well, I
on
spent like
GoldenEye.
$300. So when you rob somebody,
Yeah.
you'll pull like 80 cents off them.
Oh yeah. So you got to
$1.50.
do it. This
Dang,
man,
shit.
this man just be
Yeah.
out here robbing people. Like I want that motherfucker.
Or doing
gold
missions
gun.
and shit. Like you get bars of gold, you go sell them, you kill animals, and you skin their pelts, and you can go sell it, all
okay.
that shit. You
See,
can
you
sell
know
the
what?
meat.
I feel like I've been doing that part wrong. I've been taking it back to the camp and like donating the shit.
No,
What am
you're
I
supposed to. You're supposed to make
I'm
the.
doing all this work for free. What the
You're
fuck?
being like a really good guy
No,
in a
you're
game you're not
supposed to make
supposed
the
to be.
community better. You're supposed to donate money.
Oh, you
'cause-
really got-
'cause you
okay.
update
You
your
do.
camp, and then you can get like ammunition base at your camp. But you got to pay to get it replenished. But every time you go on a mission, you just go stop real quick, reload, because that's going to save you because you're going to be doing missions back to back to back and finding
Losing
a gun
ammo.
store. Yeah, finding a gun store.
now
is
you gotta
hard.
go. Now you gotta go buy this game.
And if you do work
gotta
in
go
the in the town and you get a wanted level, you can't shop there. You can't buy food there.
They like
There's
cut you off
fucking-
like, no, you're 86.
There's sheriffs, bro. They fucking chase you and shit, shooting at you and shit. Like it's you got to pay a fine to get that wanted level off.
Okay,
because
yeah,
you're
yeah.
a bounty.
Yeah,
you can
so
do
it's
bounty hunting
dope,
shit.
dope.
I started noticing that when the
I mean, I
dudes-
figured that's what it was gonna be like the old one was like
The little red
So
dots.
G.
Yeah.
It's so G, bro.
I want to fuck with it so bad. I wanted to get on that Spider-Man shit too, but I'm just like,
That
See,
shit's
I heard
dope
that
too.
was
I
good
beat
too.
that
I
game
can't be
too.
coming off this like, what is it like $60 for a game?
I'm gonna say this
Yeah.
though. Once
What
you
the
have
fuck?
your child, because you said you're having a child, right?
Yeah.
Buy one of those games because
I'm just gonna, like,
the
be
baby's
sitting
down.
there.
You're just gonna be chilling,
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's
know
why I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like I know I'm gonna be doing this eventually. So it's an
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah.
That's a good excuse to use. I'm like, hey, this is an investment. What do you
And
mean
they
I
have to
don't
be a
need to buy
brand new
this?
game every other month. It's just get one to get real good at, you know?
Just
Yeah.
I play everything on hard as soon as I get it.
Okay.
Like I have people who are like, why are you playing that on hard? I'm like, bro, why did you pay $60 to just run through this and be like, bah, 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 like finish that shit in 15 hours?
Is there a
like,
thing you can turn on to make this?
I
hard?
don't know. I think it's just what it is, the natural.
I'm like,
I
what
bet
the
you-
fuck?
Yeah,
Most
it's
games
Grand
like
Theft Auto.
Spider-Man,
Yeah, no,
like
it's
Spider-Man. You can change the.
yeah.
I get that,
It's
but I'm
Grand
talking
Theft.
about
It's
Red
like Grand
Dead.
Theft Auto
Yeah, it's
style,
just
so
one-
it probably
yeah.
doesn't have a
There's
difficulty.
harder
But yeah,
missions.
that's what
Man,
I
my
do
shit's
because
gotta
I
be
don't.
up.
That's a lot of money to throw away, and people just be playing through that shit. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like. Or they don't, or they'll play through like the story and never do all the side missions and shit. Like some people get to where you're at right
I'm
now.
kind of notorious for doing
See,
that.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if I don't do it right after I play the game, I'm never gonna touch that shit
No,
again.
you won't. And you know, honestly,
Look
I
at
want to
that.
start it over.
Like I got a DVD collection. I don't play none of them shits.
It's like when I beat Street Fire on easy mode. I was like,
Yeah, it was
it's cool.
cool.
It's probably the same shit, right?
No, but you got to know combos for the fucking
See,
harder levels.
and that's the thing. Yeah, you gonna be getting
you
over
can't
there.
fucking button mash on hard.
That's
Yeah.
and nowadays there's no arcades. Like I go to
Well,
Cobra.
Cobra.
With the homie. Yeah, I go to Cobra with the
I
homie
DJ
Too
there.
Tall, and that fool fucks me up every time. People
Flex.
be waiting in line behind him. Like I'm like, yo, you want to get on next?
That's the dopest
Like,
thing when you
yeah,
see a
yeah.
fucking line of people waiting
Yeah.
just to get it in.
And I'm like, damn, this is
I
old
miss
school.
that.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
miss
told him.
that.
I was like, I forgot you're from the era of the arcade.
For
Like
sure.
I caught the tail end
sure.
of it. I was born in '89, so I caught the
Yeah,
tail
I was in
end of it.
'85, so
Yeah.
that's I
You
came
were,
up.
Yeah, you were still playing that.
Do you ever go to Wonderland on 22nd?
I'm just over here all quiet. I'm like, I ain't saying shit.
Did you ever been in there? You ever?
Old motherfucker. I played Miss Pac-Man and shit when it was in a square box.
Like,
homie.
I was playing Pong. What are y'all talking about?
Oh shit!
I was playing
Nah, you
Pac-Man.
know the
and shit.
first system I got was Nintendo.
The regular Nintendo?
Regular
Yeah,
Nintendo.
so did I.
Like, had
It's
all
not
the
even
games.
called that, but people just also always what you call
It's
it.
NES. I
Regular
guess, or some
Nintendo.
shit.
Yeah.
Regular Nintendo. Old Nintendo.
Yeah, you know.
64 was my shit, though.
Yeah.
I fuck shit up on the 64. I'm telling
Super
you. You ever
Nintendo
played-
was my shit.
You ever
Yeah,
played
yeah.
GoldenEye?
Oh, absolutely.
Bond, you know
Everything
what I'm
that was on 64. I still have 64 games that I just don't want to let go, even though I sold
Oh,
my
word.
64 back
That's
in the day. I'm
funny.
like, this is my
So you're just
shit.
holding on to the games like a
Yeah.
hoarder?
Well, just in case, because my homies still have them shit sometimes, and I'm like,
Ah,
I couldn't. They'd be like,
pop
let
up
me
real
run up
quick.
off that. I'm like,
Pull
nah,
up.
man.
Hey,
I
let me
got it. You only play it when
I
I
gotta
come
get
around.
I gotta get my fix real quick, bro. Let me pop this bitch in real quick.
I got like throwback games like Earthworm Jim on Super Nintendo, and I don't even have a Super Nintendo. I
Yeah.
just have that shit
I
still in
used
the
to love
box
that
with like
game.
a poster. I'm like,
Nostalgia.
I can't. I got a crate full of games.
Jim.
My lady's like, get these out of here. I'm like, nah. I'm in there playing Bejeweled and shit, like the old school one on Sega. She's like, what are you doing? This
I had
is
a
like
Commodore
a free game on your
64.
phone.
Yeah, that's before my time, dog.
That's the most
Oh,
dinosaur
you're alone.
shit, dog. You
You're
could
alone
ever
on that
have.
one.
You know what it was? It was literally a fat ass keyboard, and that was it. And like you could literally fit the
Fit that
floppy
little-
disk
yeah.
on the side of the keyboard and shit. Like it was like an old ass MacBook. And you pop the shit in right there, and then tin 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 tin. Done.
Everything in there was just beeps and shit, nothing else.
Yeah,
That's what the sounds that made.
That's where the
Seriously.
Oregon.
That was the
I was playing
music,
that
that was
Oregon
the
Trail
sounds,
shit, dog. That's
yeah.
why I feel kind of at home playing this Red Dead because it reminds me of the good.
Yeah, it looks the same too.
It is beautiful, bro. It is a work of art. Like I have a
Dies
Yeah, no.
4K.
void.
That's how that shit's getting. Games are getting. I feel like it's game. How much further can you get as far as like a
kAZual
detail?
died of dysentery.
Yeah, diarrhea, chorro. Yeah, man.
Order up, order up, order up.
Podcast, and I'm DJ Sentry.
I am the homie kAZual, and we got a special guest with us today. We got the homeboy, Vinney Mendez. Say what's up, Vinny.
Episode 23.
Who else is coming? You got a special guest?
That's you, dog.
you,
You're
brother.
special, Esse.
Shit.
You're special,
Hey.
Holmes.
Camouflage.
For those of you that don't know Vinney Mendez, he is a big deal here in Tucson. He's a local artist, a hip-hop artist. He's doing his thing. You guys got to make sure you get out there to check him out. He's got plenty of music on iTunes that you can check out, and they got some stuff coming up, right? Got some new stuff coming?
I just started a GoFundMe. I'm just playing.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Why
I
the fuck
did
not?
before when I had to go on tour, but yeah, I got the album Vincent coming out at the end of the month.
And that's through
On the
Starstruck,
30th,
right?
through
That's through
Starstruck, yeah. Black One produced the whole thing, and then me and Just Dorian are about to drop The Function.
The Function.
All
Right
the
now.
media outlets, all that
Yeah.
good
See,
stuff.
and it was funny because I was talking to him the other day, and he said he doesn't have any more copies.
Yeah,
of
we're
their-
out.
Yeah?
We ran out quick.
I got a stack, son.
Yeah, for real.
I got a stack. I gave him one so you can check it out. But you guys left me a small stack at the last hip hop festival.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
So I probably got like around like 10, dude. So like if you need one like for, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll hold on to a couple for myself.
I usually keep one extra. People are like, "Oh, you got any more?" I'm like, "Nah,
Nah,
just,
son.
just leave it in
Yeah.
case. Like, I don't even open it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's vital for me to look back on that as an artist. Like, look back on shit that I've done.
Yeah, your
like,
catalog.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely, man. So yeah, brother, I got some questions for you and shit. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the news right now, man. Fucking California on fire. Like that is fucked up. What's going on over there, huh?
Yeah, that's just
Have
wild.
you been
Yeah.
seeing that shit?
I
DJ
mean, it's
Sanchez?
killed like 40-some people. I mean, that number might be a little higher, it might be a little low.
Yeah, I heard that was
but
yesterday, so it might
for
be
it to
more by the
completely,
end.
just like eradicating everything in its path.
Yeah.
And I feel for those people, man.
Did
Just
you-
because they're rich don't mean shit.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. People saying that they're like, "Oh, they don't need that." I'm like,
They're good. But you have seen how like
their
fucking Kanye and them, they've been hiring their own personal fucking firefighters to come to their house
And, like,
dig
protect
like
that shit?
ditches and shit. Yeah, dude. They're like they're
Wow.
fucking
Well, that fool has property. He
That's
doesn't
smart
just
as
have a
fuck.
house on the block.
Like, how do
this
you
fool has
stop a
acreage.
wildfire?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you could
that's
see-
his-
you dig a moat.
exactly.
Like,
dude.
I didn't think about that.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
if you
like-
dig a 6 foot across, 10 foot across.
fill that fucker with water, dude, like the fucking Knights and shit, dude.
Why does nobody thought about that? Like, if you
moat.
know that shit's coming, and you
Build
can
a
plan-
moat.
Like, hey, bring the bulldozer in. That's just
Well,
gonna
by
be
the
here in
time
a week.
but by the time the fires
Yeah, that
hit,
shit's
you don't
fast.
have that prep
Yeah,
time.
fuck
you
no,
know what
that
I'm saying?
shit's fast.
And
Definitely,
the rolling
definitely.
I think we
hills.
need to get back to that. Like, rich people should start building moats and shit. Like,
Yeah, right. Little
it'll
castles and
keep
shit,
the
dude.
paparazzi
They're gonna
out.
learn.
It'll keep
He's
the
all, fetch
fires
me my
away.
skits.
That's why you never see
Jump out there on a low rowboat.
What's the
to
name of
go
that
get it,
place?
go to
Like
the market.
the Hamptons. That's why you never hear about fires in the Hamptons and shit. If one person's house catches on fire, don't make it past the moat. It's like nah. Old Bill lost his house last week. Yep.
I saw the video of this dude recording the plane that sprays the
Yeah.
fire retardant.
Yeah.
It was like, he was like, oh shit. And he had to get under the porch and you just see red. That shit would have fucked him up somehow. Some way.
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
you're
shit's
breathing in some asbestos type
something in
shit,
there,
dude.
Yeah.
That's like asbestos on crack, bro.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
that's not a.
I always thought they were just dropping water.
And that's how zombies ended up coming.
Right?
Seriously,
That's how
they're
the
like
fucking-
an idiot with his cell phone. Like, yo, look at
yeah. Brains.
Boom.
Dude, yes, dude.
Roams the countryside.
Movie plot.
Did you by chance see the video of that woman that was driving through the fucking flames?
No.
Dude, there's a video of a woman. I don't know what the fuck
Gangster,
she was doing.
gangster.
I don't know if she was,
woman.
I think she was, I don't know if she was driving or she was taking somebody with her. I know I probably have this story all fucked up, but I've seen pieces of it put together and it was like, you see the video, she's driving. It looks like she's literally driving through the pits of hell. I have no idea. Obviously, she can see better than what we can see on the fucking poor ass little video and shit like that. But she had to drive through the shit. And whenever she got to where she was at, her car was fucking semi-melted on the side. It was like a Tacoma.
How far did she drive through?
She
Like, it
drove
was
like
some-
a
it
couple
was-
miles, dude, like to
off
get something.
straight flames?
And see what I thought I read
It was just be like cooked at
was
the end.
that
like
she
a
was
rotisserie
taking
chicken.
she was taking somebody she was taking somebody that was going to help put out fires. Like I don't know if
Oh,
it
okay.
So she was taking someone
I'm
to
like,
do
your
that.
stop's right here, bud.
Bro, but check this out. She had posted the fucking picture of her truck on Instagram and explained the fucking story. Fucking Toyota. It was a Toyota.
I'm surprised the tires didn't pop.
It was like a
Yeah,
RAV4
real shit.
pickup truck, like one of the really nice ones. Fucking Toyota got in there and fucking said, you know what? For what you did and the bravery you fucking did, we got your truck. Don't worry about that. They're gonna replace her fucking truck for her. Dude.
Hey, that is how you take advantage of somebody's sorrow and help them at the same time.
Right? Hey,
We're gonna market this shit.
That's a fucking PR
and
stunt.
give you it back.
That's
at
real
least they're
shit,
doing
though.
some real shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot
yeah.
of people don't do that, and if they do, yeah, more power to them. Like I would now, I kind of want to buy a Toyota.
Do you remember
Right?
when
Exactly.
Drake, do you
This shit
remember when
was
Drake dropped that video for God's Plan?
Yeah, and he was out there giving out money.
music.
Rosenberg or somebody talked shit and said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it was like
Who the fuck is Rosenberg?
from one of the radio stations in New York.
Exactly. I don't know.
That it wasn't as the
But
amount
it
of money
wasn't
that he
as
said.
no, that it wasn't as heartfelt because he made a video about it.
Yeah, but
He
I mean,
gave that cash out.
Yeah,
still,
who gives a
dog.
shit?
You know what I'm saying?
if you
Like,
brag on your charity or you don't, like it doesn't really matter. You did something good. Nobody else. Sometimes
Right.
people say
Okay.
that shit like just to do.
you can be more humble about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But nonetheless, you still cake somebody off and
Yeah, but I
make
feel
their
like
week
it's just
or day or whatever.
Yeah, it's just they just target people who are in the public
This is the
eye.
thing, though. I feel because it's Drake, he had every right to give away that massive
Yeah.
amount
Talked
of
about
money
it on the podcast, right?
But I see people posting shit online, like, you know, where they're like, oh man, I gave my leftovers to a bum today, and blah blah blah, this and that. And I'm just like, dude, like that good deed you just did, you just totally just
Yeah,
shat
go-
on
go
it. You
buy
know
a
what I'm
number
saying?
5
You
at
didn't
Burger
have
King
to
and then
fucking
deliver
tell
it to
anybody
somebody.
that shit. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
how I feel, dude. Like if I do shit like
if
that,
it's your
dude, I don't really gotta
leftovers,
brag.
that's
I
not
don't
really
gotta
helping
brag.
anybody.
It depends on the
Here,
leftovers,
bro,
dog.
I don't
It
want
depends.
this.
If it was like some, if it was like some Raising Cane's, I'd be fucking very fucking appreciative.
Yeah, like,
Damn,
For what?
this is-
Fucking
son.
half-bitten chicken tender and 3 fries? You're
Not
gonna
if
be
you got
happy
the
with that?
Caniac, dog. There was
Hey
like
man,
3 or
that
4
fool
left
ain't
in that
eating-
bitch.
That fool ain't been nothing eating
This
but
fool's
40s
putting
and that's it.
What did he call it?
What?
Donated food order together. This magical donated food order. He told, if I was receiving
Hey.
free charity, I'd
If you get that Caniac, it comes with 6 pieces, dog.
Caniac. I
Sometimes
love
you don't
that.
gotta eat them shits. You got 2 left over, give them to somebody who's gonna appreciate them shits or leftovers.
Hey, I'm
ain't
smashing
enough,
that shit.
You know,
It ain't enough.
That's me. That's
it ain't
me,
enough.
yeah.
No, go buy.
But
go
people
buy-
do talk about their charities. Sometimes people do it like I do that shit not to brag about it, but to get other people to do that shit.
Now that I think it really
like I don't donate a
it boils
dollar
down
at
to
the
how you
store
kind
to
of
the
say
fire
it.
rescue and then go talk about
It's
it.
the way you
like, if
present
it
it.
directly affects somebody and it came like and I just want to encourage that shit,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
it might be something different.
Totally.
And I don't feel like that's what it is or what it isn't, but I feel like they're targeted because they're in that public eye. And
Well,
they're
full
like,
circle back to the Toyota. That was a PR stunt, but they're still doing real shit for
yeah,
people.
yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
At least you're helping somebody who really needs
that's,
it, and
that's
you're
good
like,
shit.
I mean, it's
hear
one
that.
fucking truck to them. That
They're
ain't
an evil
shit.
corporation.
Plus,
you
your
know?
shit lasted.
That's
so
a
it's like-
booger. That's like
I can see if your car blew up,
one
and then
car.
you're like, we're back in it, because now they're gonna be like, you can drive this through hell.
Yeah, but
But
you're
now
right.
they got a customer for life because the next vehicle they're gonna go
Yeah,
purchase
yeah,
is gonna
absolutely.
be a Toyota. You know
and
what
all
I'm
the
saying?
followers that saw that shit, they're like, mira, fucking Toyota. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Brett.
I drive a Toyota.
Yeah,
I fuck
You
with
know what I'm
Toyota.
saying?
Yeah.
I love Toyota.
They got high
feel
resale
that shit.
value though. I mean,
They
that's
do.
real talk right there.
They do. My brother-in-law works at a place called Dan's Toy Shop on Fort Lowell,
Okay.
and that's all they work on.
Toyotas?
Nothing but Toyotas. Dude. They'll bring the Lexuses in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you bring a Nissan
What's
over
the
there,
same
they will
make?
kick you to the curb.
Damn,
son.
they don't even want to touch
They
it.
don't want to fuck with
They're like, no,
Nissans,
I know
bro.
if I fix this, it's gonna last anyway. So I'm gonna look like I'm a good.
You just
ass
look
mechanic.
outside. Doesn't look like a Toyota to me, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm not bringing that shit in here. It's gonna blow up when it leaves, and it ain't my fault.
There's a foreign place over there somewhere. Take it to the dealer. But yeah, man. But yeah, dude. Fucking shout out to everybody out there doing work in California, man. All those
Yeah.
firefighters and shit like
big,
that.
man. It's
But it's
wild.
crazy though, dude. I read something that said that there's been fires going on for like literally a year.
In
Like
California,
constantly?
like
Yeah,
nonstop.
constantly, dog.
Really?
Like,
A whole year
they're
of
still
fire.
putting shit out, dude. Yeah. And then fucking Trump
That's-
went in there and said
that's-
some shit, dude.
Like
He
a
was
like
talking
a
some
like a
shit.
fire that started a year ago, or just multiple fires.
Yeah,
that
it
had-
can't
Well,
be
this
the same
new
one,
shit is
obviously,
new.
but yeah, multiple fires.
See,
'Cause
like
it couldn't have spread, but
Piece
if
of,
like, if one's burning and another one starts burning at the same time, they're kind of like overlapping them.
yeah,
that's what
exactly.
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
did you-
it probably isn't constant either. And
they
even
would
if
make
it
a
is,
movie
like,
out of that
even
fucking fire.
Even
Like,
if
God
50,
damn, still, bro.
50 days out the month you didn't do that shit.
I don't know. That's why I guess maybe like they put one out and all of a sudden another one starts
Yeah,
like a week
yeah.
later. It's like, what the fuck?
But
You know
even
what
50 days not on fire out of the year, I still consider
That's
that.
a-
But
the
imagine
whole
all the
like,
fucking pollutants they're breathing in.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like
yeah,
they're
fuck
fucked
that.
over there right now. They have to air out all that shit, then rebuild.
I heard who was saying this shit. Somebody was saying that the fires that were started around that city because of that shooting that went down. Like those fires are literally around that area. So it's like,
Oh yeah, I heard that
kinda,
shit.
you know,
It's
you know
in
that,
it's in the
you know
it's in
that-
Thousand Oaks. Is that where it was?
Thousand Oaks.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
That whole no. Pay attention to what's going on over here. Don't worry about that. You haven't heard people talking about that shit because they
Yeah.
found out that this dude was like a
Wow.
like a Marine or something like that had
That
fucking
killed-
mental illness.
Yeah.
The one that shot people. But at first it was funny because on Twitter, like as it was going on, and I read, like I literally started reading about it about an hour after it happened, dude. I was like, fucking, I was sucked into. I was like, oh my God, this fucking sucks. I'm reading. What do they know about this guy? And then eventually somebody's like, oh, he's of Islamic fucking descent and blah, blah, blah. This and that. Then all of a sudden, the floodgates open up. Oh, see, we need to have stronger, fucking border laws
And
and,
it
blah,
didn't
blah,
even have
blah.
to be
And all
nothing
this
that was
shit.
true or
Nothing,
not.
dog. It was
Yeah.
some dude that probably
So
lived
do you
right
think
around
all
the corner.
the fucking immigrants that are storming up north should
Have
be
you-
allowed in?
Have you even heard about him
I
lately?
mean, how many?
Because there's like 10K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
know
That's
what I'm saying?
And people don't look at it like
There's
that.
a
Like that's a
vetting
lot of people to
process.
just let in. And well, this is the thing. All you have to do is make the process easier. Or don't charge as much to get in. You
Yeah.
can still let people in and monitor them and make sure they're not criminals, but they don't do that. They just say,
So
"Oh,
you don't have a social security. You pull up to the border. How do I know you're you?
because
you know
I
what I'm saying?
fucking said no, but really,
No, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I agree
The
with that.
logistics of it.
But that's the thing is, if you're gonna come through, you have to have some proof of where you're from, and I have to
Right,
be able
true.
to prove your identity, just like I do when I have to cross an international border. I have to go through with a passport.
Proper-
and you have
yeah,
to verify.
proper documentation.
So I have,
Yes.
but the thing is, we don't have to. But we're not moving over there, and I get
But
that.
we grant amnesty to people that are leaving war-torn countries.
Yeah. But that's for allies. You want to keep your allies.
Correct.
But we're allied with Mexico, right? Are
But
we
this
not?
is the thing.
Shit.
So are we letting in people that have felonies? Because you're an artist. If you have a felony, you can't go perform in Canada.
Yeah.
You're not getting
Really?
in. You won't get in.
Yeah.
That's
if
how
you
it
have
works.
a felony, you can't perform in Canada?
You can't get into the country whether you're working or not.
So like a felony, like just a simple ass
done.
fucking felony,
You're
like
done.
a DUI.
See, and even that's tight, but,
Wow.
but at the same time,
Canada
like,
stop
that's
fucking
just
around.
to enter their country.
Yeah,
now these
make it
people are coming here
requirements.
to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are two different scenarios. I don't have the answers.
yeah.
Sway.
I don't blame Canada. Yeah, man, fucking I. But the thing is, though, dude, like honestly, are you guys like whatever media outlet are you still seeing shit about that caravan? Because I haven't heard shit about it.
Yeah, I have.
Like I haven't heard
Haven't
shit
heard much
since the
about it
fucking.
in a
Well, because
Wow.
you know what, I work with like some heavy Republicans.
That's true.
So there, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're in
Fox is gonna fucking.
Oh yeah,
That's funny. I
my
don't see.
uncle's a
I
Trump
don't see
supporter.
that on
I
my
haven't
feed
seen
at all.
shit. And all
So
of a
who my
sudden,
friends are. I didn't even think about that.
telling
Yeah.
you, dog. See, it was very big up until the fucking elections went down, and then fucking, speaking of elections, ain't that like Arizona a motherfucking Democratic state now? Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
You know,
About time some shit changes.
cinema.
I mean, I'm a registered Republican, but I have conservative views and liberal views too.
Yeah.
This is not a political podcast.
I think it's
by the
No,
way.
fuck
I think
no.
but I think it's crazy. Like when you choose independent, like just because you say that, your vote is a lot less of a percentage of what goes worth it. So like, why would I not? What if I'm Republican? And I
Do
vote
you only
Democrat?
vote party?
What's up?
Do you only vote party?
No, I put independent all the time.
No, but like, okay, so you're independent.
And then I choose, like,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
He's not a
Like,
Crip
most
and
of
he's
the
not a
time,
Blood.
With the top,
He's a Latin king.
the top end, I'll like
a Latin
look.
king. Don't say that shit. They're gonna be looking for this
I mean,
one.
he's,
Hey,
he's
you
Latino,
big-
dog. He's a Latino. It's all good. Nah, but yeah,
Su tres is gonna pull
the
up on
shit
you.
is
dog.
the shit is gone now. I haven't heard a fucking thing about that caravan.
Yeah,
and then the other
at
thing
all.
is they're sending how many troops to the border?
I didn't even know.
There's a
the
grip,
figure.
though.
I don't
There's
know
a
the
grip.
A few
figure.
thousand.
There's a
But
grip,
you
right?
know what, bro?
Yeah, it's a few
But-
thousand.
Isn't that the National Guard's job?
Whatever
it should be, I feel
whatever
like, yeah.
it is.
But they probably just recruit from whoever will come.
Okay.
No, I get that, but
Yeah.
that's the whole sole purpose of the
Yeah.
National Guard.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, the thing about it
To
is
guard
whatever
home.
it really is, they sent them already, right? They're like, they already sent some.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how far these people are from our fucking border already still? Like, they're like the fucking bottom of Mexico, right? They're barely coming up.
Bro,
How long do you think it's going to take them to walk that shit, dog?
I'm just saying.
Like,
They're
they're
going to get
months-
here, though.
They're weeks away.
Look at The Walking Dead.
Have you ever seen
Not
World,
compared him
ever
to
seen
zombies.
World War
Hey.
Z?
Hey, well,
Yeah, exactly.
Morgan got the fuck to California fast, huh?
Just climbing
Pop
on each
that
other and
fucking
shit.
wall.
Like, hey, man, have you
Morgan-
ever seen them dudes climb a wall like two 2 cats.
They're not
3
gonna
cats,
catch us all.
And they're like jumping on each other's hands and shoulders and shit to get up like a 15-foot wall. Like
These aren't World War Z motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They're not gonna catch us all.
No. You just
waves and
run
hordes of
out of the
people.
way and just get off.
No, but that shit's crazy, man. But they gotta be moving at some speed. But there is already people down there. I mean, they be coming to shop at. I've seen them, and they're like, "Yo, I'm like, where are you going?" They're like, "To the border." I'm like, "For what? You gonna get some tacos or what?" And they're like, "No, like I'm headed to be stationed out there right now."
Oh, word.
Shit.
Yeah.
See, that shit's crazy.
So what is it? Shoot on sight?
I don't know, man.
I know that's what Trump would like.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
fucking motherfucker.
Hopefully they got like tasers or pellets, or probably won't even be something like that.
They
but
have to use
hopefully
something
that shit
non-lethal.
doesn't get to
Okay,
that point.
So this is a big deal. You know that dude got shot up at the border he was throwing rocks.
Yeah.
Is in your opinion, is a rock a weapon?
No, I mean it can be.
Because in the Middle East, they stone people to death.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
That's a
like
fact.
that's
That's a
like you're
fact.
fucking tied up.
No,
And
they
like
don't
the
have to be
cheapest
tied
murder
up.
weapon in the
whole
world
village
right
is
there.
chucking rocks at
I
you.
understand that, but the effect you could get killed with one rock though, essentially, right? If it hits you in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that is a deadly weapon by definition.
yeah.
I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-military. Oh, I'm pro-military. But I'm not in that stance where it's like, oh, he had to use deadly force. But that is a form of...
Yeah, but motherfuckers don't go out. You don't go out to shoot somebody in a helmet. Like, these are just like, I mean, they know what they're doing. Like, isn't there a very simple solution for that?
I think they could have hit him with a taser.
How many times have you seen and heard that border patrols are being thrown, rocks are being thrown at them?
Yeah.
But
Like, it
if-
happens
if-
on a regular
if that's
basis.
the
Y'all don't
definition
wear
of
helmets
that's why
when
they're
you go out
prepared,
there?
though. They have,
No,
the
but-
riot gear and shit like that
Yeah.
they need,
But if that's
you know?
the definition of lethal force, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then that has to be exercised throughout all society in all events and all transgressions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
yeah.
there's a level of humanity that we're
Absolutely.
lacking.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's the issue.
Yeah.
Also, don't this dude think he could have maybe shot homie in the leg or something
That's
like
my-
that?
No. You don't fire your weapon without intent to kill.
Yeah. I was watching
That's the
some
only
interview.
reason you
Really?
discharge your firearm.
Is that like
Yes.
a law or something?
Yes. That's the rules of
It
war.
used to be, yeah. Well, now it's
Yeah,
not,
but
doesn't
that's
seem to be
war,
that.
though.
It
This
say
is-
used to. This is back in the day. Even not even that far back. That's the crazy thing. How quick that this has changed. Is police hands up. You check and make sure they know. Like now, you just anticipate and expect everybody to just be ready to fire on you to where you're just not even saying anything and pulling up and shooting.
So not acting like
'Cause that's regular.
No, right. No.
And
we as a minority have an issue with being harassed by police.
Yeah.
Whether it's
100%.
Tucson, rural Mississippi, wherever, you just have to act correct.
Yeah.
If you don't act like a hood rat, 99% of your problems won't happen.
But
Right.
even worst case scenarios, I seen. I don't know if you heard or how recent it was. There was a security guard, and he was working at a bar, and some dude was gonna shoot an active shooter.
Right.
And he caught him and pinned him down and had his gun drawn on him. The cops pulled up and blasted the
Fucking
security
shot
guard.
the
No
security
questions
guard,
asked.
dog.
And like all the witnesses are even saying, like, we told him, no, he's a security guard. Like they tried to stop him, and I don't know how, but. I only seen it that one time.
You know what? Then buck the dude out, put the gun on the floor, and fucking just wait for the cops to get there.
That's how I feel.
Honestly.
So you don't die, but like
Yeah.
because that dude was
Was
a
he holding
security
a gun?
guard. Yeah, and he wanted to be a policeman, but he was a security guard. The dude, the active shooter, or was apparently about to be an active shooter, and everyone vouched for him. Like he stopped the dude from shooting.
But then when
And
the cop showed up, he had the gun on him.
He had the gun. The security guard had the gun on
the dude?
and they shot the security guard. That's what I'm saying. Like
ain't
that's the
that
crazy
a
thing. This
bitch,
dude is
man.
doing your job the way you should be doing your job, and you pull up and just
Like
shoot
they didn't
him.
come in and say freeze, drop the gun,
No.
nothing like that. They just shot him.
They just shot. Yeah, and
I
they
saw an
witnesses
alarming
said
stat.
that they were telling them that he was the security guard.
That's some bullshit.
There's been over 300 mass shootings this year.
Yeah, like 307, 300.
That's like almost one a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I-
mass shootings
No,
are
it's more
defined
than
as
one a
4
day.
Yeah.
shootings at a time.
Yeah.
That's a mass shooting. That's the
Yeah.
definition.
And that's the crazy thing. Yeah. Did you click? I seen the link and people were
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
that's
these
wild,
numbers
bro.
are boosted." And I'm like, "It's not people who died. Like, go and click on the map. You can see what happened and what date it was and what location it was. Like, why is this what upsets you that you just want to call out fake news and call it fake news instead of saying that, damn, something's wrong?
Yeah,
like,
gun control is a tricky issue. You know what I'm saying?
307.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
That does
Because
suck.
you deserve to own a weapon.
Why not? Yeah, why not crack down on the process? The same with the border shit.
Make it a little harder? Yeah. Yeah.
Be
I
like,
agree
yo,
with
we
that.
had these crazy tests. Why can't the government issue these crazy tests to where you literally have to be of amazing sound body and mind before they'll let you just hold
Like a
gun.
mental test before you can get the thing.
Yes.
You're like,
But this
so
is
what
the
are your
thing.
intentions
Lie
with this
detector
pistol?
type shit. Like, how will you want to? You don't want to save lives, but you don't want to put money up on it. Like,
Right.
Buy some shit that's foolproof. That's gonna.
There's no
increase,
such thing as foolproof.
I know, but at least increase the percentages because as of right now, they seem to be hella off. If
No, I
there's this
agree.
many people
I
who
agree.
have guns, and I agree, you're not going to be able to get them or give them to people without them.
You can't predict crazy either.
But at the
there
Yeah,
are
because someone can
signs,
snap.
But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Like
the
you catch
CIA
your old lady cheating on you with dude in the bed right there. You're probably gonna pull your strap and fucking
Yeah, but
let
you
them have
also
a couple,
probably knew
you know?
that shit might happen at some point.
for sure.
Depending on if
But
you're, you know,
the reason I bring that up is because that's a trigger.
yeah.
You can't predict a trigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if someone got touched in fucking when they were kids.
For sure, but I
You know
feel
what I'm saying?
like a lot of it you can because how are most of these? Look at the statistics of people in like power situations who already have an issue and they put them into a job like. And then that's what happens. Like you're telling me that when you were doing that interview, that like you were hiring cops or whatever, FBI agents, CIA, go all the way up the list. At some point, they crack that down differently, and the rate starts to change.
How is it
of
harder to be
how-
a barber than a police officer?
No, I'm saying of how
shit.
frequently they are to snap and
Right.
lose their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's at that level, why can't you just say, all right, you know what? From now on, you have to pass these like FBI mental tests before we're gonna fucking give you some shit. Like you
They
have
need
to
some
be
standardized regulation, for
Make
sure.
it fucking
Yeah.
super fucking hard.
But
That'd
you
be
got
dope.
the gun purists that is like, I don't want any red tape. If I'm not
Exactly.
a felon,
Yeah.
I should be able to walk in the
Exactly.
store.
But those are the same motherfuckers who were like, oh, I would have fucking killed him. And they should have, and they would have had they been there. But not everybody is just carrying like that. And I feel like that is the problem, that not enough people who actually would and control themselves are actually carry guns legally.
Right. Well, Arizona's an open carry state. You don't
Yeah.
need a
Fuck yeah.
you need a concealed weapons license.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, you could carry it regardless.
Honestly, though, I don't own a weapon, but if I did, I'd go take that CCW license because it would teach me all the rules.
Exactly.
So when I pull my weapon, I know if I don't articulate it this particular way,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to jail for
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that's the other half of owning a weapon is knowing when you can use it, when you can't use it. You know, because it would be pointless to just not teach you how to drive and just give you a Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
hell yeah.
Even if it was automatic, you'd still go too fast and you would kill yourself.
Yeah, you should absolutely
You know
know
what I'm
what you're
saying?
doing. You should know what the laws are, regulations and shit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just proper
Make people take it
education.
serious. Yeah.
I think you should have to take a class, whether that be a half day, an hour, a video.
If
that
you really
watch
want to carry a
at
weapon,
the
if you
gun
really want a
store.
weapon,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
worth it to you. You
yeah.
put in that time, man.
You have to have that little bit of education to teach people. Okay, this is not just a toy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But
And I feel like people will go through it, but it is vital.
yeah,
It's very vital. How many people get out there and just go to the shooting range and don't even really know what they're doing? Like,
Yeah, hey man, dude. One time I remember we took, we went out shooting like that, and my lady accidentally popped one off like down at the floor, like kind
Yeah.
of by her feet.
yeah.
I was just like, holy shit.
That's why you hear
But it's an
people say,
accident, you know. what I'm
Don't
saying?
point your gun, don't point your weapon down range, regardless.
anything, yeah, dude. It's
Yeah,
fucking
that's
crazy,
just-
man. So it's just like, yeah, you got to be prepared, man. You got to know the ins and outs and shit. Other thing, man, fucking Stan Lee fucking died, man. Ain't that some shit?
that was terrible, bro.
Yeah,
Because
man,
It's
like,
fucking sad.
I wasn't a nerd
Super
growing up,
sad.
but I kind of was.
I
You know what I'm
love
saying?
comics growing up.
But-
I didn't have a lot because I couldn't afford them.
Like we watched X-Men growing up. We watched Spider-Man.
But
All
I'd
that
check
shit
them
is
out.
25 cents a copy.
Hey, dude.
$1,
You was poor, bro. Eventually, I started buying a couple and shit. I got a couple pretty nice ones and shit. But yeah, dude, like that's.
It impacted a
Everybody's
lot of people. I feel like a lot of people because comics have been out for fucking forever.
Yeah, it's just the characters he created or helped create.
But
You
in
know what I'm saying?
general, like comics have been around forever. So and then it turned into movies and caught popularity. It was in games. That shit lasted over a long period of time.
It developed from drawings
Yeah.
to billion-dollar franchises.
Yeah, yeah.
I read something that
insane.
said
Yeah.
that all the movies that he's had a hand in, whether it be the Spider-Man movies, between when it started to now, it's like $7 zillion, dog. Like how much they've made,
Like,
the
yeah.
superhero movies and shit like that.
Everything
It's
that the revenue that's come from
just-
comic
from
books.
all of them, yeah. Like
That's
from
crazy.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, it's provided.
What's your
a lot
favorite
of
Marvel
jobs.
movie?
I don't know, man. My favorite Marvel movie, I would have to say the second. What was it? The second Thor.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy
I
because
think it was the
universally
second
it's
one.
like the most hated Thor. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've read a bunch of shit. It's like a lot of people love the. To me,
Ragnarok
I love
was three, right?
I love
was
the
dope.
third one.
Ragnarok was dope.
I love the third one. Yeah,
I like the cinematography in Ragnarok. It made it look like a futuristic city.
Yeah.
It looked dope.
Like I seen a meme that said best first, best second, and best third.
Yeah.
First one was the Iron Man. Second one was the second Captain America.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And the
Everybody
third
loves
one,
that.
the third one
Winter
was
Soldier.
the fucking
Winter Soldier
the-
is like the most sound, like written, well written.
It was good.
Story, everything like that.
was
Like
good.
I agree with that.
Do you like
But
Black
it's just-
Panther?
I love Black Panther. Yeah, that
I
shit was
love
dope.
Black Panther.
That's one of the few movies I've actually purchased.
Really?
Of late.
I was glad they actually made Venom finally.
But I only don't
Venom
like
was
that
my
as part of the
shit.
Marvel cinematic
watched it yet.
universe.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
It's
part.
not.
It's
Yeah, it
part.
is.
It's its own standalone.
No, but it's still considered.
Spider-Man's not going to be in there.
Well, I know, but it still comes from the same universe.
No, I
just
get
like
it, but-
Spider-Man has multiple universes. Like,
So, like X-Men.
Wasn't
just
it
got
released as
acquired
a-
by because Fox just sold to Disney, right?
oh, you're saying there's the storylines
So-
won't align cinematically?
No,
yeah,
like,
and that's
Venom's
fine.
over
And that's
the-
fine. I'm okay with that.
I don't like that.
Why?
Because I mean,
You would have liked to have
Marvel
it
should've
included.
took
because now there's no
reins.
black no black symbiote Spider-Man now.
Well, didn't they do that in the
reason
Tobey Maguire
If
ones?
you look at that, have you actually seen all the symbiotes?
Yeah,
Like there's a gang of them.
right.
How long can you run with the movies?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they already got Carnage coming.
Yeah.
Like there's anti-Venom, which is like, he's actually the bad guy because Venom is kind of like the good
A
guy.
good guy, right,
Yeah.
right.
Right.
He still feeds off a human,
Yes.
but he's a hero protagonist or whatever.
Yeah,
you wanna call it.
exactly. Yeah.
So
So that's
you
what
s-
I looked at. I was like, damn, there's a grip of these. Like you could make this
Oh yeah. We could just
because there's not a lot of those. Like with these other superheroes, they don't necessarily change. But Spider-Man was one of those ones that showed multiple universes, and now I guess Marvel's really starting to bring that in. That these are all like intertwined, and that's how the comic book
well,
universe
it's been
works.
it was the last thing that Sony was kind of holding on to. They were trying to hold on to the Spider-Man franchise because they knew that was the money maker.
But the crazy thing is, they're introducing that multiple universe thing with a comic, like an animated movie.
That Miles Morales one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you ever played that Spider-Man game, was
Yep.
like where there was multiple universes. That's
No,
when-
I didn't play that game.
That's when I really realized I was like, wow, like it's you go through and you become these different Spider-Mans that have similar timelines, but they're different, and that's why Miles Morales. There's like multiple Peter
Spider-Ham.
Parkers. Yeah, multiple Peter. There's like multiple Peter Parkers, and people don't get that, and that's why it didn't bother me that those movies changed. Spider-Man was one of those that they did it like 3-4 different ways.
I'm just glad they got to
within a
Disney,
decade.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to be able to do stuff with that franchise that Fox just is not
Well,
capable
that's the
of
thing.
doing. Or excuse me, Sony wasn't.
Yeah, look back at those movies, and that's how you tell they're from different universes. There was Spider-Man, and then there was the Amazing Spider-Man. If you look at their characteristics and their traits and the characters and how they moved and the age they were at, one's adult, one's a teenager, this is kid. Like they all are from different times and different universes.
I dug
and
the
that's
fuck
why
out
those
of the-
storylines are different.
Yeah, yeah. I love the fact that he was wearing Jordans in that fucking trailer. Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Swinging around the suit, he got
Yep.
Jordans on and shit.
Plug-
it looks so
plug.
dope. No, I
Yeah.
mean just the know how to put that in there. That
The
little piece
detail,
of
the detail.
You know, it's
Yeah.
the little things like
Yeah.
that sets you apart as far as like a movie
And
about
that's
comics.
going to make people that much more relatable, like Spider-Man that much more relatable, because now people are going to be like, oh, like, especially like minorities. Isn't there
I mean,
a
I got
female?
the same
There's a
pair.
female?
Yeah, there's a female
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
I got
So-
that same pair he's wearing, so it resonated with me there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got them shits.
Yeah.
That's why Spider-Man's a favorite of a lot of people, because that relation, he's relatable. The
Yeah.
If he's not one of your
character and his
favorite
person
comic
that
book
he is.
characters,
Yeah.
go play the game for
Yeah.
PlayStation. It will make you a
A
Spider-Man
lot
fan.
of the Spider-Man games were dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Once you get the swinging down,
Yeah.
like it's so dope, bro. The fighting system's a little repetitive,
Yeah.
but what
That's
you
why
can,
as they progress, because I heard that new one is like crazy,
Yeah.
like the shit you can do with the combat.
Yeah, I heard it was dope.
I had the punk one with the spikes.
Okay.
and he had a denim jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
It was yeah. They have different special powers, different suits.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Is like I like that. That intrigues me because that's how Marvel Universe. If you ever hear Stan Lee talk about like how that shit is and what it represents, a lot of those cats, like people like George Lucas, Star Wars, like that, they say that represents life as we know it, or directly relates to like the way we perceive ourselves. And that's why he's like he'll say that everybody's a superhero, and that's the intention, is to like make people realize that they have these things that empower them and get them to relate to this character and be like, damn, I'm like that. Like that's me in a suit. You know what I mean? And it mentally frees you almost because it makes you feel like you have superpowers because you're a regular motherfucker like that too. You know?
Right.
Flash.
Next game they said on that was on the horizon was an Iron Man game. That would be so dope.
I'm surprised they haven't done that
Yeah,
yet.
that's weird. They haven't done that.
So
shit.
you said
A
your
Black
favorite
Panther
Marvel was
game
what?
The second Thor.
Second Thor, and you said yours was
I
what?
don't remember what it's called.
I never even said mine. I don't know. I want to say the third Thor, dude. I want to say the third Thor. That Ragnarok was funny
was sick,
as
bro.
fuck, dude.
It was sick.
Like that's one of the ones I can throw. I can throw that one on. I can throw Black Panther on. I can throw the last Avengers. You know, with what's his face in there, fucking snapping and making everybody disappear.
Thanos.
Who was the villain in the third Thor?
His sister.
Yeah, his sister.
Oh yeah, that's right. And the second
Hela.
one was his brother.
Second one was Loki, and the first one.
I think that's why that resonated so much with me. Like you're saying, like that. I grew up with brothers, and it was always like that. He's a
Battling
Gemini.
for everything.
He's a Gemini, bro.
that was
And
the
it
other.
like,
that was the other thing I was kind of
relatable.
branch that into because Disney finally announced that the name is called Disney Plus. Remember we were talking about the Disney
streaming
shit?
service?
The streaming service. And I heard that one of the Marvel things that they're gonna do is Loki's supposed to get his own
feature
series?
film.
his own series. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because we were talking about this on the last podcast about how they canceled Luke Cage and they canceled Iron Fist. Do you like any of those ones?
Luke Cage was dope.
Did
I
you
didn't
like
really
Daredevil?
get too into Iron Fist. I
Iron Fist
never
was
even
whack,
watched
bro.
Daredevil, to be honest with
You
you.
never watched Daredevil?
Nuh-uh.
I love kung fu
series?
shit.
That's out of all those ones on Netflix.
Really?
Daredevil's the best, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
haven't
fucking
looked at
super
that.
sick, dude. Yeah.
I
You
love
gonna
watching
check it out,
karate
though.
movies, bro.
Yeah, hell
But
yeah, that's my shit.
Iron Fist was just whack, dude.
That's why I really
I couldn't
didn't
get
like
into
it.
it. Was all right, dude. I liked him, like I said, because homies
struggled through
from
the
Game
first
of
season.
Thrones and shit like that.
Yeah,
and then I
that's-
liked
That's how
the
Luke Cage
dad.
was kind of like that. The first season was kind of
I like the first better than the second.
But it was
I
it
just
was
started
because of
watching
how
the
they
second.
introduced the character and how they got it out there, and then the second one was just like, now what do we do with this? Now we have to give it some more. I feel like that shit could have went on for a while. Though.
Yeah.
That's what fucking sucks about that one.
I think a lot of the cancellations have to do with the streaming service starting.
Yeah, we think that
all
they're
content's going to be pulled by what next year?
by
Ant-Man 2 is the last content from Disney going on to Netflix.
Yeah, and then from
Contractual.
there on,
okay,
and then from
because
there
of-
on, they're gonna pull everything, and that's what I was telling him. I bet you there's gonna be like multiple tiers of this shit.
Yeah. Well,
there's
it's
gonna
a
be the
matter-
one where
I'm
you get all the
surprised
movies.
It wasn't done already. Think about how young Netflix is, but it's still very old. People don't think. Do you know when that shit got introduced?
Like,
Was it like
fucking-
97?
Yeah, it was like 98, 99, I think.
It was
something
only like
that.
a DVD rental
Netflix?
service,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
It was
that's
just
right. Yeah.
And then how recent they've come into streaming, and they started that shit, and they're probably making more money than everybody who's doing it.
When
for
we
our
first
revenue.
got on to
Yeah.
Netflix, this probably was like 5 years ago. No, 7 years ago. And I remember there was very limited stuff
Yeah,
to stream.
the content
Very
that they
limited.
had,
But
yeah.
you could download or you can order whatever the fuck you wanted.
and it was when they were still recently or mainly doing
And it was
DVDs,
DVDs and Blu-rays, but the Blu-ray
Yeah.
packages costed more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. So I bet
so
you it's gonna.
that was right around the time because it used to just be DVDs before it was before Blu-ray and
Right.
shit. Yeah, I remember my pops had that shit, and we could only have like 2 movies at a time.
At a time, yeah.
But you can keep them for a minute.
Yeah, you keep 'em as long as you wanted.
You fucking wind up losing them. They get lost in the mix
Yep.
and shit. Oh shit!
Pay it
See,
off.
Gamefly's dope.
I see. I've thought about doing that.
You know what I'm
It's just
saying?
similar
Because
to
once
that.
you're done playing Spider-Man, you,
don't
just take
yeah.
it back.
and
you
you
know what I'm
can. Well, you can have a couple games at a time.
saying? Yeah, like 2 or 3.
What is that one like? $5-7 a month too?
Something like that.
That's
not
fine.
that
I'm
bad.
surprised I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
And then I think they have the not the streaming service, but it's like an online to where you just download it onto your PlayStation, but you access it through an app. I think.
Okay. Like I had Sega Channel back in the day. You
Me
ever see
too,
that?
dog.
Bro, a lot of people don't remember
Mama
that
wasn't
shit.
trying to pay $15.99 a month
My
after like
brother
the
worked
second
at the
month.
cable company, so we just got that shit, and that shit was crazy. It was like you literally got on there and clicked up a menu, and it was every game in the
Every
catalog. You could
fucking
just play
game.
any game
That's
you
super
wanted.
sick.
Like,
Yeah, Mom let me have it for a month or 2, and she's like, "Nope."
This is too much. This is too much. Did
this
you
was
say?
a gift.
Did you say your favorite Marvel movie? What was it?
No, you know what? I'd have to go with one of the X-Men's, man. With probably like the X-Men 1 or X-Men, probably X-Men 2.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them in a while, but
Yeah,
I have
it's been a
all of
minute,
them. I
you
have
know what I'm
all
saying?
of them.
I've been trying to go back and watch. I like watching them in like the order of shit. So I had to start like back at the
But
first
is
X-Men.
X-Men is one of those ones that kind of like jumps around too.
It does.
So they did
'Cause
like
they
a
have
run.
They have
It
the
does,
universe thing too.
They did a run, and then they did the young And then they did a movie where they erased everything.
Young Professor X and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They erased everything. Now it's just like a new world. Now.
Avengers.
Yeah, seriously.
Hell yeah.
But no, probably either X-Men or
You know what? Doctor Strange too.
that was a dope movie.
That one was dope. That one was pretty
love
dope.
That movie, like
But I haven't really
that
watched
a
it
lot. I watched that
more.
movie a lot. That to me has a lot of replayability.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I have to go with the X-Men. I'm just an OG X-Men fan. I didn't like that they didn't introduce Nightcrawler until I think it was 3.
Yeah, Nightcrawler was like one of my favorite.
I hate
characters.
Andrew Cummings. Is that his actor?
Is that the character? That's
yeah,
in?
but I love the way he played Nightcrawler in that movie.
Juggernaut was from
that's
the
my
X-Men,
favorite.
right?
They
Juggernaut
they
from the
play a lot at like the birth of him too. Like when they show that what's the dude who's his dad, the red guy, is like the devil, the red dude.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I can't
And he
remember.
pops up when what's her name's there, Mystique. And they like give each other this awkward look. Did you ever notice that in one of
No.
the X-Men? Yeah, they like allude to it. I think it's in one of the newer ones.
Okay.
When they brought him because they brought him out
Yeah.
so late.
I'm anxious to see what they do, what Disney does with the X-Men series.
Yeah, real shit.
Because that acquisition just like happened, you know?
And look at what they're doing with Star Wars, and they're doing it in multiple different ways. Like, people don't like certain ones, and they like other ones, and I feel
Right.
like they're targeting multiple demographics at the same time.
Well, the Han Solo movie did terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
It
I don't
did
even.
terrible, but it wasn't terrible.
No, it
I thought
wasn't.
was-
I,
I
thought
thought it was
I
pretty
liked
good.
it. I liked
agree.
it.
I feel like it was for
I mean, I'm
adults.
kind of a Star Wars fanboy.
It was more adult-esque.
So anything Star Wars is going to be dope.
Oh yeah.
But I thought that was a better movie than
Rogue One.
No,
Did
I
you
liked
like
Rogue One.
Rogue One
I
was
didn't
good.
like episode
8.
8.
Yeah. Well, 8's the first one. Then 9.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah. 8, 9, 10. No, they're trilogies.
Yeah, these are the
So
prequels.
7
These are like, isn't this the middle? It's
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, and then 7,
7,
8,
8, 9, yeah.
Yeah. So you talk about
Not
8,
the Last Jedi, but the other one,
the last one, the very last one. Oh, you're talking about the first one, then the Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
that's
I
it.
did
Yeah,
not.
that's it. That's it.
Oh man, that was good
I
because
did
it was
not
like
like that.
because it was an
kinda
intro to
fucked with
Finn
the
and
law.
Ray. You know what I'm saying? And the
Nah,
other
bro.
Vato too.
I liked Rogue One better than that.
I feel like that's the least liked of the 3 newer ones, but I feel like
Probably.
the
Force Awakens?
Yeah, yeah.
All it was like, oh, we got a bigger Death Star now.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Come on.
They
I
just didn't
I
like it
like-
because there was no Luke Skywalker in there.
I like
No,
the
no, no, no,
cinematics
no.
that they did in that one. They really made it look like the throwback movies, the way they did like the big open scenery and shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Like when they
All
showed
that
like
shit.
back shots, far away shots and shit like that. It looked kind of old school, which I kind of felt was dope.
Fuck yeah.
That was like my favorite aspect of that movie, but it wasn't really amazing to me.
No, it wasn't. It's not a bad movie because, like, they revamped it. This is the new.
It was the first
changing
one.
to the guard. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I just expected just a better plot line.
Did
It's
any
just
guy-
like, come on, let's not deal with a fucking Death Star that's 10 times the original Death
Yeah,
Star.
yeah,
Super Death Star.
He's like, we don't just kill planets this time; we kill galaxies.
Right? Did any of you guys catch the trailer to that Pikachu? With
Yeah.
with Ryan
No, I haven't
Reynolds?
seen it
I
yet.
watched
You haven't
it.
seen that? What do you think about that? It's gonna be crazy, huh?
It's cool.
I'm gonna
It's
take
gonna
the
be
kid.
alright.
I'm gonna take the
It's
kid.
gonna be cool.
Yep.
It's gonna be cool.
I fuck with Pokemon.
It's one of those. They're just revamping everything from when we were younger and shit because they know that it's something we can relate
running
to
out
our
of
kids
shit.
and shit too. That's what they're doing. Like
The day
they
they-
did it.
The nostalgia
They've
factor.
done it sometimes with like grandparents' generations, like Charlie Brown.
That movie with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper is a remake.
Yeah, yeah,
Star
of an
is
older
Born.
movie.
Star
A
is
lot of
Born.
movies are remakes now. That's the thing I feel that
They're
sucks
running
like,
out.
about our
They're
generation.
running out of ideas, bro.
All we do is redo what
Yeah.
everyone else has
We
already
just
done.
get our Diddy on and fucking
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Take that,
Revamp
glitter
it.
on
take
it,
that, take
and then
that.
people
Yeah,
just
yeah.
argue about it. Like, nah, that wasn't as good.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Hey,
bad
you seen
boys.
that Winnie Pooh remake?
No, how was that?
No. Is it good?
It's good,
It's
bro.
Christopher Robin, right? Is what it's
Yeah,
called?
my lady was like laughing at me. She's like, "Are you really in here watching this by yourself?" I'm over here giggling and shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. You smoke, you like smoke.
I thought it was funny. Yeah, yeah. I was dying laughing, man. It was
Speaking
cool.
speaking of smoking, what did we? It was called Power Diesel. Is what Power
Power
tonight.
Diesel.
But episode 23 is powered by Power Diesel. And speaking of let's get into something new. Show me what you brought. So this time it was my. Let me see. Is it a twist cap? Yeah, it's a twist cap. So today, for something new, we got
I like the packaging. The
We
label's
went
pretty
total.
dope.
We went total fatty
Old
on this
school.
shit. And I seen this.
Since
It said brownie caramel cream root beer, and I'll have the picture up on the fucking Twitter and everything like that. And then
Kind of smells like a brownie.
as a snack, we got these new Oreos that I seen in the fucking thing today. The flavor is chocolate peanut butter pie Oreos. Now that just sounds delicious. Of course, to a fucking sweet junkie.
I like it.
me. All right, man.
It's
I
not
like
as
it a
bubbly as
lot.
I thought it was gonna be.
I'm gonna get a little stack right
Yeah,
here.
the
for this
carbonation
one.
factor.
And then you guys can.
They probably been
share.
sitting on the shelf. Nobody bought them.
You guys can share that right there. And you know what? We got to give a shout out to Vinney Mendez because he came with snacks as well.
Hey man,
What did you bring?
Yeah,
dude?
shout out what you brought.
I
Look at
listened
this.
to
First
the
of all, what is
podcast.
this? First of all, what is this drink right here? 'Cause this looks
Yeah, I just
gangster.
had these laying around the house, man. You know, I work at a warehouse, so I just be getting random shit. This is watermelon heaven. This is like 100% watermelon juice.
I
This is
fucking love watermelon juice.
dude,
My lady
I don't
hates
even fuck with watermelons like that.
Good.
I know I'm allergic too.
And this is like I was thinking
You're
that. I
allergic
was
to
thinking
watermelon?
that. I was
so
like,
you can't drink that.
I get mad. Is I don't give a fuck.
we go.
I'm gonna
My
taste that
throat ain't
shit.
gonna close.
DJ
you know what I'm
Century,
saying? Like,
DJ Century is about to take some gambles for your fucking listening
You
pleasure.
got an EpiPen in this
ain't
motherfucker?
even that serious,
so.
bruh.
I hope so.
I had homies that tell you I'm allergic to avocados, man, and they'd be like, I don't care. I love that shit. Put some guacamole on my taco.
My shit
I'm like, bro.
scratches, bro, but I fucking eat that guac like nothing.
Oh,
you know
for
what I'm
real?
saying?
You're
Fuck
one of
yeah.
those? See, that's how a lot of people are. They're like, I don't care. This shit's
I'm just
so
glad I
good.
don't have a peanut allergy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you wouldn't be able to eat shit.
Nothing.
They're like, no, this was
Don't
made
even
in a
step foot into Panda Express. You know what I'm saying?
This was made in a building where peanuts are processed.
Let me try this watermelon right here.
The Oreo's fire.
Yeah, that's a fire ass cookie.
That's bomb shit right there.
Real talk, I would throw that in a protein,
Yeah, that's a damn.
like grind it up in the blender.
That's
You know
like
what
the
I'm saying?
right amount of peanut butter and chocolate.
Right? It's nice. It's like half peanut butter, half chocolate and shit.
Like if you're on a gang train, you know, trying to get more calories,
That's
throw that shit
bomb.
in your protein powder and
Oh
fucking,
yeah.
man,
Shout out to Oreo.
oh, good look.
Dude.
You said you brought something else too, right? What was this?
Look
right
at- Yeah, there's
I don't
more,
even know. There's
more
like
Oreos.
Oreo candy bars.
here? Dog. I'm in heaven right now.
Yeah, those are stupid fire.
The munchies.
So you can get this shit at Costco.
Yeah, you better get it before we get rid of it, bro.
Oh, dude,
And that's the dope thing is watermelon's not in season, and they dropped those off, and I was like, I sampled it, and I was like, I don't even.
These candy
fucking
bars are
like
fire,
watermelon.
dog.
Those are crazy, right?
Since we're on the subject of food,
Like cookies and cream.
I gotta
and
ask
chocolate.
you if you have any idea, being that you work at Costco, why the fuck did they get rid of the Polish dog?
It's one of the items that was like probably like the lowest.
What?
Look, people don't every time somebody comes up and gets mad that product gets removed, I'm like, what if you and only 100 other people buy that regularly, and I'm in here selling 30,000 hot dogs?
I'm not even tripping. I'm not a big fan of wieners. So
But see, I don't even. Once
not what I heard.
once you be in there for like a month, you eat there a couple times. Like people go back regularly, but I feel like it's because they're just looking.
they
for
only
a
there
cheap
once
meal.
a week.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm so tired of pizza,
Bro.
hot dogs. I don't fuck
I'm
with
just
the
saying-
brisket,
Pizzas
to
are
be honest.
calorie bombs.
The,
Dude,
the
those
pizzas are bomb though. That's okay. I'll take that. But
No,
the
but
brisket,
they're calorie
yeah,
bombs,
fuck
bro. They're
yeah.
like 1,100 calories
Yeah.
for a fucking slice.
Yeah, because they throw a fat ass slice on there.
No, the only reason I ask is because that fucking Polish dog has been on that menu for fucking years.
Hey, we sell
bro.
the Polish dog now. You can make it.
I get
How
that.
mad were
Buy
you?
it.
I was pissed, dude.
Go 1 to
I was
10.
pissed.
1 to 10.
A good 9.5.
The funny
My
thing
fucking
is,
Polish dog.
Motherfuckers.
the funny thing is, people got so mad about it, and we like added some new shit. Like we got chili over there now.
I saw that.
It's actually bomb, and they like.
Is it?
Yeah, they moved the hot dog sign like up high. I feel like they did it to fuck with people because people when they're like, "You guys got rid of the fucking hot dog too? First the Polish, now the
Son
hot
of a
dog." I'm like,
bitch.
bro, that big ass sign at the top that's bigger than all the other signs, and they're like, "Oh,
Bro, that Polish dog is a piece of my past because see, I used to work at the Home Depot.
childhood.
The Home Depot, the one that's on
Polish as a
the Costco that's right there on like Thornydale over there on the north side.
yeah, yeah."
There's a Home Depot next door, and I worked there for like a couple years. So that was my lunch, dog. At $1.25.
tight.
That was before it went up to $1.50. It was $1.25 for a hot dog and a fucking soda, bro. You cannot beat that anywhere, dog.
You double
Anywhere.
down?
I mean, oh,
So you have 2 sodas?
fucking A, right?
Would you hook somebody
Look
up?
at my panza, bro. Yes. I drank both them shits, dog.
Damn. He's like, let me get a liter of cola.
Liter of cola.
He's like, I got Pepsi and Diet Pepsi just in case.
Just to balance it out. Yes, exactly. Eggs, fucking exactly. No, I it was funny, dude, because like I had heard on the podcast that you did the the Afterworld podcast.
Yeah,
shout out to the Afterworld podcast.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him yet. I'm about to peep him out.
Yeah, you got to
Send me that link.
It was dope.
I'll definitely send it to you. Yeah, we got to give a shout out to High Rise and Mankind. You know what I'm saying? They said some nice things about me.
Dude's name's Mankind?
Yeah.
Like
one
the
of
wrestler?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
actually
guess
wears
so.
a sock when he interviews.
No, he does.
No, I'm just playing with y'all.
He's all mandible claw. He's all work, work.
He's like,
Taking that
what'd you
shit
say? That'd be a
serious.
dope ass fucking selling point. Like, bro, you better watch what you say when you go in there, because this motherfucker stick a sock in your
He'll
mouth.
just fucking mandible claw you out of nowhere.
It's like, no, man, I don't like your opinion. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Have a little mandible claw.
Fucking
button,
Socko.
Like, no.
That was a good.
Were
it
you
was
a big
very,
wrestling fan
Yeah,
growing up?
fuck yeah.
I got the WWE Network right now.
I bet, man. I don't watch it anymore, but I would totally go see that shit live. I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't take much to get back into it.
Yeah.
You watch a couple Monday Night Raws or SmackDowns.
They
you'll
do
be
really
straight.
well at drawing out characters. And like,
Isn't Rey
all
Mysterio
the
coming
characters and
back?
shit.
I
heard
think
he
he
was.
was at one of the Dubai events, but Roman Reigns got cancer,
Yeah, I seen that.
leukemia.
Yeah, I seen that.
Fucked up.
But
dog.
apparently,
I
has
don't
he
like
had
him.
it? He's-
Yeah, he
has
has had it before. He
had it,
beat
yeah.
it,
Yeah,
and I guess it came back.
yeah.
I don't fuck with him as a wrestler, but I don't ever want to hear somebody getting sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hated him as a
It
champion.
changes your.
But
yeah.
when he got sick, my heart goes out to him. You know.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But yeah, dude, it was actually a really good podcast. I checked it out last night, and I have no idea where the fuck I was going with that because you guys derailed the living shit out of me right now. Skirt. Anyways, yeah, no,
Change
shout
tracks, change
out, but
tracks.
shout out to them, anyways, man. Yeah, it was a dope podcast and shit, but. Yeah, that's where I figured out that you had worked at Costco because I read about that. So when I was making notes earlier and shit, I was like, this is a good opportunity to ask about this motherfucking Polish dog.
Yeah, I roll with it now that that people know that I work there. Like when I go out and I apply for a show, I'm like, I work at Costco.
Dude, I fuck with Costco.
Like, see if it gets me in and shit.
I fucks with Costco.
They're like, yo, upgrade me and I'll let you get on this show. I'm like, all right.
I think we talked about. I think we talked about this on like one of our very first issues where I said that I feel like that's when you reached an adult point when you finally have a Costco.
Oh
card.
yeah, I mean it was like going to an adult job. I mean, I was serving tables. I was making good. I took a pay cut going to Costco.
You were talking about that, yeah.
but now I'm a big boy.
Which one do you work at? The one right here?
Right off of Kino, yeah.
The one right there. That's the newest one, right?
Yeah, that's the youngest store.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shit blowing up in that little area, right?
Yeah,
that's where the
man.
lens went
Well,
up. That's where the
Costco brings the money, bro. They were trying to sell that land for crazy money after we got up in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were trying to. I guess they were trying to add stuff on and whatever. They're
Costco?
trying to get the contract, and they were like, "Nah, we want $5 million for an acre."
150 hot dog.
Yeah,
right?
acre?
Yeah, well, think about. I mean,
Because of the traffic.
yeah, well, think about it. Yeah, like back up north, you look at that shit. That shit was desert before, bro. There was nothing there, and then all of a sudden, like 10 years later, there's a mall in there, and like. Think about if you would have bought that property, how much that fucking mall would have gave you to fucking, you know what I mean? Even
Not
if
to
you had
mention-
1 acre, they're like, no, I ain't moving. That should give me $3 million. You got 1 acre in a house? Like, bro, tear my motherfucking house down. Write me a check. I'm going to live in the hills real
right?
quick.
For real.
Exactly.
They do
But there's,
that.
you know what though? It's not about getting the house. It's about keeping it.
Yeah, but
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
Dr. Dre.
but if they gave you that money, you know what I mean?
Think about the property tax though. You buy $1 million home, you're
Exactly.
paying
No,
what?
real shit.
You're paying like 10 racks a year
Yeah.
to live there.
Yeah, absolutely.
On top of association fees.
Wow.
But even
You
at
know
that,
what
you
I'm
gave me
saying?
$3 million. I'll go buy a house in a better neighborhood
for
and
sure.
move on up. And
There
just,
really
you
is
know what I mean?
caramel. There really is caramel in this. Isn't that
It's
crazy?
fire, bro.
Yeah, it's bomb.
I give
That brownie
Costco.
caramel cream.
Costco's smart because the very first one was the one that's like way the fuck over there on Grand. Like to get
Yeah,
there,
that shit's old,
you
bro.
got to remember how many people come from Mexico to buy shit. You know? What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And so when they built that one off Thornydale, that was just a straight shot for the fucking freeway. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
now
right there.
you just get off from 19, you just go 10 this way, and boom, it's
Yeah,
right there.
it's right there.
So that one's probably
We
taking
see a lot of
good-
people from out of town. It's crazy
good
because
amount of business there.
people will go and be like, "Yo, you need to put one in. You know, in Rio Rico, you need to put one in Sahuarita. You need to put one in Sierra Vista.
would
and
kill in
Bisbee and Douglas."
Sahuarita.
I'm like, bro, you know how much money you have to buy in
Yeah.
product in order to get us to even think about going over there? Like,
So, but you know what their solution is? They're like, hey, look, come to us. We got cheap gas outside.
yeah, everything.
You're good.
Yeah, like
You're
people,
good,
and that's
bro.
the thing
We'll
is
take
people
care of
go,
you.
But then you can buy on Costco.
If they put one in Nogi,
we have
dog?
a grocery delivery service.
If they put one in Nogi, that'd probably be the best
And-
store in the
They decrease
Southwest.
the fuck out of the numbers up here, though.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Think about the numbers that are here. You decrease those, and you still have the same
Well,
member
it's the
base.
same situation in California. You throw a fucking rock, you hit a Costco.
Yeah,
that's
because
true.
the
There's
people who
plenty.
go to those though.
Right. But
There's more people, too.
They're,
you know
they're
what I'm
literally in a neighborhood. Like, think about, you go to the hood. What's in the neighborhood? A little like corner store, and people stay and shop, and that's what keeps that corner store
But
open.
Mhm.
They make
Having a
so
year-
much money and spend so much money in those areas that those stores can thrive off of
I
that
agree.
little bit
I
amount
agree.
of traffic.
I don't think you're gonna miss out on much though, because
Yeah.
that's a corridor. You know, excuse me. The freeway goes from El Paso west.
I think
to
they study
Tucson
that
up.
shit and
You know what I'm
watch
saying?
it build though. I think
Right.
because that's
There's
the
a
crazy
science
thing.
to it,
There's
for
so
sure.
much psychology behind everything
sure.
that the company that I work for does, and that's what I love about it. Is that's why and how they make money, because intelligently they move to a certain way that most people don't understand.
Yeah,
the
they
average
don't make-
person doesn't understand.
Right.
And they literally control the way you shop and how you shop.
What do
And
you
that's-
do there?
And people pay to shop there. I
do
do
you do at
everything. I do membership. I do front end.
Oh, so you're a fucking floater? You
Yeah,
just everywhere?
I do everything. I
That's
do like
awesome.
tables when they have
What's your
tables
percentage
and-
off?
What do you mean?
You don't get a discount.
I get a free membership.
Oh, that's the only thing they offer you.
I mean, I get the free membership. That
So if you
pays
wanna
me
cop
back.
like an
so if I
82%.
buy shit there, I pretty much get money paid back to me. I got that, and I get. I mean, the stuff
you
that
don't get nothing
other
off no
companies-
TVs or nothing.
Nah.
No Black
It's
Friday
fair.
deals
They make
and
it
shit?
fair. They and that's the thing, is all about them. That's why certain things, like, you can't go in there and buy 7 TVs on sale, 10 TVs on sale. Like, if you're a business and you're buying 80 TVs, you have to buy them day after day, because they make it so fair to everybody else who's there.
Yeah, that's
and
dope.
that people get mad. They're like, why is there a limit on this coupon? I'm like, first of all, we're giving you a fucking discount.
Yeah.
Like, you want to come in here and buy 30? Come back tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
let other people get a chance to get it. And that's why they do that, to respect the seller,
Can you go to
buyer,
different
the
stores?
vendor. You can't.
No.
The registers will register. They mark your membership, and that's why everything there is
Ah,
monitored.
that makes sense, yeah.
I sell executive memberships to people who need it after they've already started as a member at Costco.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what we got for our business and shit right there, dude. I like the fact that they do the Apple Pay now. I just go up there, boop,
yeah.
do my phone real quick.
The crazy
and
thing
I'm
is
out.
that a lot of people don't know we do like services and stuff like that. Like, if you own a business, we do like payment processing, phone services, we do checks, we do logo printing and shit. Now they do all kinds of shit, bro. You can get your insurance, you can buy a house through us, you can buy a car.
I have
Most
seen the
people don't know that.
the
shit,
prices
bro.
on like prints and shit like that is really
Yeah.
really good there.
Like, if people are like, "Oh, I already went to the dealership and I got the best deal." I'm like, "You would have got the same deal plus a discount on top of that because of us."
Bro, the Hawaiian episode or the fucking
what makes
vacation
it easy to
episode,
plug.
I was talking about that, dude. We rented our fucking car through Costco.
Yeah.
And even
Super
though it was
fucking
like
cheap.
enterprise,
Super fucking
they
cheap.
still, dude, yeah, bro. We saved like $400 or $500 on these Yukons and
Yeah.
shit, dude. I was like, fuck yeah.
That's why it makes it easy for me to like push people and talk to people about my job, because it doesn't, if you use it and it works for you, good. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody's trying to fucking rent a car for a week, or everybody's going on vacation. Not everybody has money to do that, and some people it's not worth it for. But like, there's upgrades. Like, if you have the executive, you get extra stuff
You know what I like?
when you get that discount.
I like that they have like the packages for like theme parks and shit in there
Yo.
too. Like the Lego Land and all that shit.
Real talk,
Cheaper than
Let
fucking.
me put you on game real quick. If
Yeah.
you have a Costco membership,
I do.
I do. I went on vacation last year, bro, and I found this shit on the website. It's called the City Go Card, right? I paid like $180. I think it's $200 now, and they're a regular company, but we sell those tickets that they have. I paid $180 per person, and it got me into Universal Studios, Six Flags, Knott's Berry Farm, Legoland. I got to go to like some aquarium. We got to go at a little K1 Raceway. We got to go to the tallest building in LA. There's all kinds of coupons and discounts. Bro,
What is it called again?
It's called the City Go Card. If we would have
Oh,
done all
shit.
those parks, we didn't even do Legoland. That's how like.
Legoland's pretty dope. I mean, if you got
just-
kids,
And that's why I told my lady, she was like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This shit's included in here. Like, I'm trying.
we're going.
She's like, I'm tired. I'm like, I'm gonna go on the way
tired.
back and pull off. You could take a nap in the car. Like, I'll go. There's not.
There's a
even,
Lego
not even rides
bed
there.
over there. You can sleep at the Lego hotel.
But yeah, it was crazy, man. And that shit saved us so much money. And that was the first time I went like on amusement park rides. I never did roller coasters and then that.
I'm not a big roller coaster
I was
dude.
terrified, bro. But none of my brothers did it. Like, I feel like that's the thing. We never pressured each other into that shit because none of us did it.
I've
so-
loved roller coasters my whole life, but the last time I went to Disneyland, I got on fucking Space Mountain. That shit curdled my milk.
Really?
It fucked my shit. I was like, damn, I'm getting old, bro. It sucks.
You're like, ooh.
I'm like, now I have to like plan shit. I'm like, okay, first of all, before we go on this ride, I need to go take a shit, and then second of all, I need to make sure we need to ride this ride before we do any lunches.
Taking a shit at Disneyland.
I hate. That's why
that's
I don't
literally
eat
worst place to take a
like,
shit.
What are you gonna eat at the theme
that's
park?
where you
People
perfect
be
your hover.
Motherfuckers like eating a pizza on the roller coaster next to me. Like, bro, what are you doing, dog? Don't throw up on me, you piece of shit.
You got hamstrings of steel shitting at one of those parks.
Hey, yeah, no, you perfect your hover over there.
I got out the car and my lady was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "We'll see when we get in here." And she's like, "Just go on this little one, right? Just go on this little one." I'm like, "Cool. Let's just get this shit out the way." And then she's like, "All right, let's try this one right here." And I'm like, "All right." And we get on it, and that shit puts me facing the ground, like vertical.
Oh shit! Where is this at?
At Six Flags.
Oh yeah, they got some.
And
they
so
got
you're
some
facing the
fucking heat
ground,
there,
and that
dog.
shit loops, and you go upside down. So at one point, you're literally upside down, facing the sky, and then you come back down, and you're facing the ground.
God
And that was the second one we did, and I was like, all right, well, we might as well ride everything.
Yeah,
I feel like that's as bad as it's good.
They had this one called the
You going
Goliath.
Superman?
No, fuck that one.
Oh, I love Superman.
I would not do it.
It's so stupid too
That's when
because
I
it's
just
like you
look at
wait
it, I'm just
so
like,
long,
And it's fast,
and it's
right?
fucking over in 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't want the fact
20
that somebody's
fucking
up there
seconds.
fucking with you, like that dude would be hitting that button. You're like, psst.
Yeah. So you ready? You ready? Flaunt you. You see Superman. Hey, then you're
Yeah,
done.
fuck that.
It's game over. But yeah, man. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna get to know who Vinney Mendez is. We got some questions lined up for the homie here, right here. So
Rapid fire.
check it out. Here we go. What's the first hip hop song that made you want to become a hip hop artist?
Honestly, it's gonna sound like super cheesy.
No.
I feel like Rapper's Delight.
Rappers are like,
But the crazy thing was, I didn't hear.
That's a common thread in hip hop.
But I didn't hear. Well, I knew the original version, but the one that really got me into it was like Redman, Keith Murray. Have you ever heard that that redone?
Yeah,
version of
right.
that? That's what really. I used to play that. I had a CD that had a bunch of shit on it.
It's like a compilation.
Yeah.
Did they redo the lyrics or did they spit the same exact shit?
They keep the cadences, but they change a little bit.
They change the lyrics, so they're not
They
like when you go
personalize-
to your friend's house and the food's no good.
They do, but he
And the
changes
chicken
it.
tastes like
no,
wood.
He does keep that.
Does he say that
yes,
shit? Oh,
he
okay,
does.
cool.
It's Redman, but it fits him. It fits his character. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But
Makes sense, yeah.
They kept some of those schemes, and they also changed them at the
Reggie
same.
Noble.
They paid
For
homage.
a bottle of KO Pectate.
They pay homage to the original. Peep it out. Yeah, they did.
There's a lot of they leave that verse out at a lot of like clubs and shit, dude. It's pretty funny.
No, that shit's funny as fuck.
No, that's dope though. That's dope. Yeah, that's definitely a really good song. I mean, that song.
Ever seen that shit on Making the Band where Diddy's like making him recite it, and he's like, "Y'all don't fucking give a fuck about hip hop." Like he gets super salty. You remember how he used to
Wasn't
get all
it?
salty
He
about
made them.
everything?
Didn't he make them do Juicy?
Before I remember though,
He made them. I know he made them do
ones,
Juicy, and he was pissed they didn't know the fucking song, dude.
Made him go walk to get that cheesecake.
Yeah,
Go get that cheesecake.
You know what you about to do?
This real Cambodian.
I remember.
milk.
Yeah, I was gonna say you Chappelle, bro.
This shit is 100%
Made my
Cambodian.
day.
Shutting the studio down. What you doing in here? Doing your taxes? That's
What you
what's
doing,
popping in the
Playboy?
street?
That's what's happening in the streets, Playboy. Yeah.
What's his name? Neff?
No.
That shit
there
was
some
fucking
dope artists. On
Those
that,
were
the
dope.
band.
Chopper and the other little dude
I
and
bought
shit.
that CD.
Dylan.
I'm not gonna lie, I bought that CD.
Dylan.
Dylan, and Dylan.
I love
I
when
spit hot fire.
when they showed the Chappelle, he like chokes him on his chin and shit.
Oh man, that's good shit, bro. So what so originally you said you're from Bisbee, right?
Yeah, I'm
At
from
what
Bisbee.
time what made you come out here? What age were you when you came out here?
I was 17. I graduated high school and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm dipping.
I need to get out of here.
Bisbee
yeah.
High?
Bisbee
What was their
High.
mascot?
Puma.
Pumas.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So basically, you're fucking or doing drugs in that town.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's why I was like, what am I gonna do? Drink and fuck and get in trouble and fight and like.
So
do all
that's
this
so
stupid shit,
Tucson
like-
on a grander scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is
And then
Bisbee
that's
the one
it.
that's built into that little mining town right there?
Yeah.
That's
They
Bisbee,
just
right?
Built a bunch of houses.
It
around
looks
this
dope
whole-
at night, bro.
It's beautiful there.
No, it's a fucking
It's
cool ass
nice.
place.
Yeah, I
bro.
went and did a photo shoot there
Yeah.
last year, dude.
It's a nice retirement
It's-
area.
Yeah, that's what I told. I grew up regular. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up in a city environment. Like my homies were riding. I moved up here. My homies were riding like city bus at age 10 by themselves. Like,
Oh man.
I was still like playing games and like running around in the fucking streets and like fucking with people's dogs and doing all kind of stupid shit.
But were you doing music down there while you were down there?
Yeah, man. When I was probably like, I mean, I got into music when I was younger. I used to like sing like R&B shit to my girlfriends when I was
Yeah?
like 10.
That's
yeah,
some G
yeah.
shit,
That's what
bro.
I'm talking
Bro, I
about.
remember I was in like second grade, like broke down,
Take
sang
my
some Usher,
mind.
sang some Usher shit in the middle of the class to some girl and shit. Like, yeah, that was me back in the day. I was
My house and my car.
Whoa, bro, that is like early '90s.
That's the best R&B, baby.
No, it is.
Jodeci,
First of all, don't
Genuine.
ever call me baby again. I'm not your baby.
We were talking about R&B,
And
baby.
he said it in a specific way.
It
Yeah,
just
he was
worked.
still in that mindset.
It
He was
just
like,
worked.
Listen here, baby.
It fit the situation, baby.
Voice got all deep and sensual.
Listen here,
real
baby.
quick.
So what made you switch from the R&B tip to the hip hop?
I mean, I feel like it was kind of a natural transition.
Yeah.
Around that time when I was
still
growing
throw
up,
some-
it was kind of like similar.
Were you not hitting the octaves? You're like, all right, I'm gonna go a different route.
Oh no, I was a dope ass singer back
Were you a
then.
falsetto
Yeah.
or what?
I could pretty much do everything. Yeah.
No shit. Do you sing in any of your music that you have out? man?
I do.
Couple hooks.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I would do that frequently because I would be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna sit out here and look for an artist. And there's not a lot of people who I was friends with at the time when I wasn't doing music in the scene that like took it seriously. And I always would be like, yeah, I'll go on stage with you. I'm like, and do what, bro? Like. All right, come on stage. And they would get to the show
Freeze
and
up.
they'd be like, nah, man, I ain't going up there. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Did you
there.
see that
Like,
tweet I put out about that the other day?
No,
I was thinking about that. I don't know
so you
whose
really
video
get
it
up on
was.
stage.
I saw somebody's video and it showed some dude up on stage with them and shit, and they were just like up there, like just taking up space, kind of bumping into their mans and shit. And I was just like, you know what? If your mans doesn't know every lyric to all your music,
It ain't
then
your
your
man.
mans don't belong up there, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
For
like
sure.
straight up. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
throwing up ad libs. Get the fuck up
Exactly.
off the
And
stage.
now
dog.
these
You need to
motherfuckers
be
just up
singing
there
this
taking
shit.
pictures like on stage.
what you
with
mean
the
you don't know
homies.
the motherfucking song? Really? Son of a bitch. Nah, but yeah, man. And then so then you move out here, and what made you like? What did you start doing to get into the scene? Like, what did you start? Just started going to shows and shit like that, or what?
Well, yeah, I was already writing. I had content and shit, and then yeah, I would go to shows by myself and just kind of like be out there shaking hands and like introducing myself to people. And then Black One, coincidentally, actually like put me on my first show out here,
Yeah.
and I did my first show, and it was dope. Like I didn't know anybody because I wasn't in the scene, so nobody knew who I was. I didn't know people. I took like 2-3 people there with me, and people were dancing to my music that I didn't know, and that was cool. But I didn't get the reaction that I wanted, so I like took a step back.
Have you received the reaction you wanted yet?
Yeah,
as an artist?
I came back like maybe like 2 years later, 3 years later, where I felt like I was at that point where I was like ready to be. And it was crazy. The thing that broke in my mind, I feel like, was I always wanted the stage to feel like my bedroom because that was where I was comfortable. That was where I wrote, I recorded. That was my home. And I always looked at it like a comedian stage. When you see a comedian or like a touring artist, when you see them come out on a stage and they have a story to what they're doing, it's like on the stage, you know what I mean? So I always had that image in my head of like my bedroom would be on stage because that's where I felt comfortable.
Kind
That's
of
where,
like the thinking everybody's naked in class when you're on a presentation type of shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I came from. So that was my mental space that made me feel comfortable. And I got to a point where it wasn't even necessarily something I did, but it just started to feel that way without me having to be in there. And I became comfortable being myself in front of a group of people that I didn't know. That is the hardest obstacle I feel like as a performer that people have to get by. Like there's some dope MCs, dope rappers who like when you put them on stage, they're not the same artists.
Yeah.
It's easy to be big behind a mic and not in
Yes.
front of anybody. It's hard to be
The
big.
performing part is a
It's hard
definite
to be
situation,
big.
bro.
And I still like pay attention. Like I'm a very psychological person, so I watch like how other artists perform and what they do, and I'm like, damn,
Question:
damn.
Where does Migos rank in the pantheon of hip hop for you?
I feel like they had an impact on like the style of music that's being done now. So I mean, they're important, but
To the culture.
yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's to
So
me, that's
I mean,
really the
saying
extent of it.
that
They
is,
make
have
dope
you ever
records.
seen them perform?
No.
In videos.
Yeah, videos.
Terrible, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They're standing on stage with the mic, looking at each other.
and they're playing over backtracks.
Walk it like I talk it.
Yeah.
Walk it. I love their music because it is pop music.
At that
this
point, you don't necessarily. Your image is good enough.
So that's
I look like a level of bad bougie.
which I featured one of the Migos take off his track
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the last
on
episode.
the last one, yeah.
But so I'm not just dogging them, but you talk about stage presence. That's not a stage presence, but they're going to sell out arenas
Yeah,
around
because
the
you don't-
world.
yeah, yeah.
Based off their name.
Yep,
It's crazy.
absolutely. And that's what I feel like. There's times when I come around like local shows and I'm like, all right, like you're fucking dope on stage, and like your music is dope. But if you don't make it, nobody's gonna give a fuck. Like, and once you get to that point, I'm sure they're like, you don't have to waste your voice doing all this shit. Like, you know how many people they catch like fucking, you know, background singing and singing over vocals and shit like that. Like, you don't have to do it at that point. They can play your record and they're in there singing it so loud they don't care.
Right.
If you're doing it,
right.
I want to be at that level, but if I ever got to that level, I would
okay,
never change my performance.
So the other day we were talking about how a lot of performers, not just here in town, perform with the backtrack on.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
And that's an issue for me being a DJ. It's my job to have that instrumental for you. I've DJ'd for rap groups before.
Yeah.
A group called Too Strong.
Okay.
Here in town, I was their DJ. I did a couple shows with them. They're all instrumental tracks with no vocals on there.
Yeah.
And these were just two homies that were trying to work on a deal.
Yeah, that's how I used to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I used to do it, just an instrumental.
So now you do it differently?
Yeah, well, what I started to realize was, and that's a lot of people, that's the difference, is there's a lot of rappers out here. There's not a lot of artists. There's not a lot of people who take the time to take it serious enough to know what to do and what not to do and to learn how to adapt with that situation. If you're a real artist, you will learn to make sure that shit never happens again. Like, I do so many shows. It's crazy to me. I'll go talk to an engineer, a sound engineer, and they're like, you want to do sound check? Like, you're here 2 hours early to do sound check? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm here to do sound check. I love sound check. Like, rappers don't do sound check.
No, I get that.
Rappers just go up and
we talk about practice.
yeah, why I gotta do sound check? I have my shit over it. But what I learned was, and that was one of those things, like as I got further into it, what I learned, I saw somebody do it. I think ID was one of the first ones from out in Phoenix. He did his song and he had his choruses in it, and then the verses were empty, but they had his dubs.
Yeah.
And he didn't need a hype man because when his dubs kicked in, it sounded like he had another.
That's what I was telling him last time. That's what I like
on stage, and I was like, "Yep, that's how to do it."
So elaborate what the dubs are for the listeners.
It's just your ad libs,
Yeah,
like when you come in and
ad
shit.
libs or your backgrounds, or you can do both. Like, so there's stab words that are coming from your phrases.
Mama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like those would be ad libs, but if I'm like actually saying it in the verse, like you're
Ain't
finishing a
nothing but a
line,
G
finishing
thing,
a line, I would,
baby. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
would say them simultaneously. So, and what that does is, and that's why a lot of people don't do that, is because they don't have the control. They don't practice enough to be able to perform their songs without something aiding them.
So you get an opportunity to get your breath real quick.
Yes, when you use it intelligently, you don't have to have the whole fucking song because it sounds so
it's like,
watered
ain't
down
nothing
and
but a
overdone.
G thing, and then it's all.
I can take, and I know,
you know what I mean.
I know my track so well that I know I can take a breath on there. So there's certain phrases where I'm spitting.
You make it work to your advantage, bro.
Stupid fast, and I'm like, I need a breath right here. I'm gonna leave that phrase in there, or I've worked so hard right here, or the bridge sounds dope while it's still in, but the choruses that's your time to take a break. If you're on stage, I've done like 30-minute sets, and people are like, how do you do a 30-minute set? That's how. Exactly. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I practice my set. I don't just go in there bullshit. Sometimes people email. I go do shows. Motherfuckers they don't even have it on a flash drive. They're like, yo, can I email you? I'm like,
yeah. You
dude,
unprepared son of a bitch.
Now, still, yeah. Well, it happened to me once. I had my shit on a CD, and
The
he was
biggest
like, I
problem
can't
I
play your
have
shit. And I'm like,
when
all right.
people hand me their phone, can you
Yes.
play
Yep.
1 and then 7?
Yeah.
And then go back to 3.
2.
I used to happen.
9. Oh, no, not 9. 14. It's like, bro.
One, you have it on your phone. Two, you don't even know the order.
First of all, I use Serato.
Make
okay?
a playlist, bitch.
No, I use Serato. Like, fuck it. If it doesn't come on a hard drive, bro, I'm playing your shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it better be a high quality MP3 because that's another pet peeve of mine. Like when I DJ, I don't fucking dub cassette tapes and convert them into MP3s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's not 128 kilobytes per second quality, CD quality and up,
Yeah.
I'm not.
And that's why I do sound check, because sometimes
You know?
I have beats that are, they're not clean. Sometimes I
But
don't.
for the
press
most
them.
part, your shit's on point. Like
Yeah.
you go prepared.
Because
like you're
I learned,
ready to go.
Even when I go in, people were like, all right, what order do I need to play it? And they ask me, I'm like, just open the file. I have it numbered for you. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. Why would I not? Like,
Yeah,
I
motherfucker.
want you to not ask me questions. I want to make your job as easy as possible. And that's the thing.
Preparation.
They don't
H.
give a fuck. They don't think about having an engineer. They don't do sound check. I have wireless mics, bro. That changed me as an artist and as a performer. Have you ever seen an artist with a mic on stage? A rapper?
I've seen a few.
local rapper?
Real ones.
Look at this is what they do. They have the mic in front of them. They're doing like weird shit with their hands. They're like stepping all weird. Have you ever seen a local rapper without a cord?
The only one I
Watch
saw
me.
was Tommy Will.
Watch me
Because
perform.
he
with
brings
the-
his mic to the venue as
and
well.
he started doing that as well. And he back in the day, I used to carry it around with me. I still
Yeah.
do. And people, and Tommy Will, one of
And I don't know him too well.
And everybody would be like, "Damn, bro, you bought your own mics."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's impressive.
Like fucking
I
ain't
was
right.
like, I feel like I don't know if
You're
I
taking
was
pride in your
necessarily,
craft.
but I would feel like I was one
Yeah.
of the first ones who started bringing a wireless mic, and I still do it to this day. And I've had people be like, "No, you can't. We didn't sound check those." I'm like, it plugs into an interface. Like the interface is at the mid volume. If your
board?
shit's set
Yeah.
up right, I'll pull out your cord, or you can give me one right here, and it's set up. Like it's not a big deal.
Same
The
shit.
fucking PA's hitting him, so
Yeah.
it's not like you can't adjust your levels. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You get on there after an artist who doesn't perform the same as you, and it could be different, and they're gonna have to adjust and adapt to that. It's simple,
Right,
But you know what I
right.
mean?
Do your
that's what
job,
changed me.
engineer.
To me, it was like, have you ever seen a dog on a leash? They're not very scary. They're in the middle of the yard. Even if it's a mean ass dog, you know it's mean, but it's so
if they're
far from you.
connected. Right.
And you see that motherfucker off the leash, and it's right there in your face, just barking. Like it's a big
dangerous.
difference,
Right,
and that's
right.
how it felt to me. Like, and I started to realize that. Like I've seen myself perform with the mic.
So
and
you're
without a mic.
uncaged without the
Even when I'm
wire.
recording, have you ever seen somebody record a verse and they have their phone or a piece of
Right,
paper
right,
that they're
right.
looking at, and it sounds like they're reading off of their phone or a piece of paper? And it's because they don't know their lyrics and they don't have the melody down. They haven't done
can't
it
stand
enough
that
to know
shit.
that shit. And that's why a lot of times people don't make records that sound dope until they've been fucking listening to it for fucking 6 months, because they don't realize in their head what melody they actually intended it to be
Right.
like, and they just record it because they're reading off this piece of paper.
Cadence is a big thing too.
Oh,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? 'Cause
That's the
like
biggest
you,
thing for me.
you reading off a sheet of paper or your BlackBerry or your iPhone, there's no emotion. In it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
And that's the biggest thing is that I
Unless
feel
you
like
catch a
that-
vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're entertaining, you catch a vibe. You're
Right,
gonna be able
right,
to
right.
notice it as well. Even if you keep the same fucking cadence, if you have any energy and emphasis,
Right, because
you're
I like
gonna
that
notice
improv
it.
aspect to some performers when they're rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like rock band, for example, Deftones. Like sometimes you'll hear them sing it a different, a song a different way.
Yeah. And they're able to improvise.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I just like that little freestyle, and there's other people that want it to the T. You know
I
what
want to
I'm
hear
saying?
how you sound on the album,
Have
sir.
you ever seen any of like the shit that I do?
Honestly, bro, the first time I heard of you was when he introduced me to your music. Was it last week or the week before? Last
Oh,
week.
when you dropped
Yeah, it was a
the
couple- I gave him
sway
I gave him
record.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dropped the Sway record, and, then
um,
I showed him the video though, like when I did it, like back in the day and shit. But
Yeah.
it was pretty brief.
No,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
yeah. So you're saying like the freestyle aspect. Have you ever seen like How to Cook? Or I have an interview on YouTube.
I was
from
just
the
about to bring
locals-
that up because he was
locals
talking
only.
about cadence. Isn't that what it was about?
Yeah,
that
cadence.
how to
was
cook
what,
thing.
what was the
Explain
was a
to
topic?
explain
Yeah,
to
so-
our listeners what the how to cook was all about.
How to Cook is basically like an instructional video for like people who are learning how to be an MC, or even MCs, fellow MCs, specific ways to learn styles or techniques. Like so cadence, like you said, cadence. A lot of people I remember rappers still don't even know what fucking bars are.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just say, "Oh, bars." Bars. Bars. Oh,
How
you know
many?
What's a bar?
How many of them
It's
bars?
Every time I say the same word that rhymes. No, it's not, you fucking idiot. It's a
Go to the
measure.
mall.
It's-
Ooh.
Yeah.
Take a big fall. Ooh.
And that's why it got associated with that. That's why it got associated with that, because a lot of times you rhyme on the measure, but you don't always rhyme on the measure.
You don't
so
have
to
to.
say that every time you have a rhyme is a bar, what the common misconception started to happen, people would say a bar is a line. So if you spit a punchline and it's too fucking...
We know what bars mean.
Exactly. So that's what it was. It was to teach them. And so cadence, that was the first thing that I did, was cadence. And what I did in mine was I showed you how to build a cadence, what you need. We go over like ingredients and shit. And then I actually get in there and you showcase it. And you have the artist showcase what they're talking about. So the first one we did was cadence. And the second one after that, Runt did, was freestyle. And so they literally just went in there. They freestyled the beat. The MC freestyled the verse. And that's what they did.
That's dope. And then you guys got more coming out, right? They're supposed to be doing some more.
We're about
This
to
is
start
you and
getting
Why
back
Not,
into-
right?
Get back into
Why
it.
Not?
Yeah, me and Why Not. Shout out.
And
Why Not.
shout out to Lab Rats too, because he
Rats.
was the one with you. Is
Yeah,
he the
Lab
one
Rats
doing
actually
the?
is doing
Is he
the
doing the
music.
music for you?
Yeah, Lab Rats is
All
doing the
yeah.
music,
Shout
yeah.
out to Lab Rats,
Yep,
man, because that
that's
shit
the
is
homie.
that shit
They're
is definitely
family, yeah.
dope. We'll have to send him the link so he can check out that that episode.
I do
'cause-
that locals only too. Like you want to see that freestyle aspect, like that shit.
Is that an offensive term in the rap community? Local?
I mean, I feel like if you get offended about shit like that, then you are what you are
what
they,
you get, yeah.
you are what they say you are. If you're gonna let it fucking keep you in that mentality, like if people call you a local, and you're like, oh fuck that, I ain't local.
T-loc.
You probably local.
T-loc,
You probably
dude.
local because if you really weren't local or trying to be local or consider yourself local, it wouldn't affect you.
That's what the out of town U of A artists call us here. Did you know that?
Really?
T-locs.
All the students, yeah,
Yeah.
T-locs.
I used to work at a sorority house with my homie Chef Mondo and shit. And then that's what she like. I'd hear these chicks talking about like what happened. She's like, we were dirt bags and these fucking T-locs started dogging us and shit. Like I'm just like, God damn, T-locs, dude. I was like, hey, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. We're T-locs, bitch.
I'm finally gonna pop this watermelon real
No,
quick.
dude, you're gonna fucking love that shit. That shit is good, man. So, okay, so as far as local artists out here in the town, bro, who's your favorite artist right now doing work out here?
He's all me.
Nah,
I mean, besides you, obviously.
Tommy Will, I feel like me and Tommy have been fucking with each other for a long time. I remember when he was Giddy Gouda, and I didn't really know him, know him at that time. But I fucked with him, and I heard his shit. I saw him. I think I saw him at Club 4th Ave or some shit like that. And I bought a CD off him, and I bumped it. And I was like, damn, this shit is dope. You know what I mean? And then he like, what did he move away? And he came back, right?
I just met dude like not too long ago because
I
I
think he
barely
moved
started
away.
fucking with Rip D.
Yeah, he
and
moved
all the
away
golden
and he
artists.
For a little
and
bit,
shit.
then he came back.
And then
yeah.
he came back, and then that's when he changed his name to Tommy Will. And right around that time was like when I really started catching wind of him again.
I DJ'd for him at one of the golden parties.
Yeah, he's dope, man, and he's a genuine person. Like he fucks with everybody. He comes through. He shows love. Like it's not, he deserves.
Dude, shout out to Tommy Will.
Deserves
Like,
everything he gets. Yeah, I mean, he's a
he
good
did
ass dude.
He came to a show one time there at Flycatcher and shit, and he bought like a fucking sweater.
Yeah,
I think he bought a sweater and a shirt, and then he hung out with that homegirl Aperture Shutter. Mary, I think is her name. She does photos and shit, like a lot of stuff up in Phoenix. She lives in Phoenix now and shit.
Okay,
But she was living down here. And they hung out one day, dude, and she just took a fuckload of pictures of him, dude. And we had like an instant lookbook. Like, you know what I'm saying, on at least 2 fucking styles. It was dope, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tommy Will. He's been fucking with me for a good while, man.
Yeah, man. He
And I actually did
definitely
his
supports and shows
have you
love.
seen that logo that he has that looks like the
bull
Tucson
one?
Toros?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Look like some
That's some casual design shit right there, man. So that's dope. Yeah,
do
Tommy
shit
Will.
for a lot of motherfuckers
Shout out
out
to
here,
Tommy
though.
Will, man. Yeah, he did. Okay, so check this out. I have this question. This is a good one. If you could live in any era of time, what would it be? Like any period?
I don't know, man. I feel like I would probably I probably want to live in the 80s.
The 80s?
Yeah.
Like in your prime?
Crack
you're in the
era?
80s?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I just feel like it was like the last time where a lot of shit was really
Genuine.
The last time it was the first
originated.
time.
It was
Authentic.
original. That's what I was talking about
Authentic,
before.
yeah.
Like this generation just fucking does everything that has already been done, and we just make it better. Like look at a phone. Look what the fucking phone does in your pocket now. Now you got your computer and all this other shit in there. Back then it was just a phone. Remember before? Remember when cell phones came out?
Now your old lady can see you when you're creeping on her.
Yeah.
Right.
I see you out there.
Telling you, the only thing it does got to do is got to like that
You're
joint.
not at
I got
Costco,
that location
motherfucker. You're
on,
at fucking Maloney's.
Fuck, I forgot to turn the location
My phone's
off.
in my locker.
But yeah,
Nah,
that's-
yeah, man.
and
What
that's the
about
crazy thing.
you, Doug? What era would you like to?
I think we revisited this one.
don't think
80s.
80s.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
See, me, I'd like to be in my prime in the 90s and shit because I think during the 90s is when the hip hop was fucking popping off.
so you would've wanna
and
been-
motherfuckers were making
been like
money.
an adult in that age.
Yeah, like in my
Okay.
prime, like in your prime.
Yeah.
I want to dress in pastels, have a fucking mullet, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just free fuck for all.
fuck, dude. Bump some fucking foreigner in my
Pass that shit.
In the
fucking.
night fever,
My Firebird, you know?
fever.
No, that's
Get all
70s.
fucked up.
That's
Oh, you said 70s. I thought you said 80s. Okay,
No,
my bad.
You're singing a fucking Bee Gees song, which came out in the 70s.
It's a late 70s. It's all good.
Still, Staying Alive?
Staying Alive was 77.
Okay, so that's 70s.
Oh, you're
I
right.
was born in '89. That's what they're like.
You're good.
Barely on December '89, and people be like '90s babies. I'm like,
But you know what I'm saying.
me and you are nothing to say.
We're nothing alike, sir.
But real shit, it's weird as fuck. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not even close to I feel like most 90s babies who I know, and it's because I had brothers who grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
And that shit was so relative to me. Like I have
But you know
homies-
what, bro? Real talk, hip hop in the 80s was kind of lame.
Yeah,
we
well,
got
that's
a
when
cat in the hat, and we're gonna be able. Like, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
well, but that's when it came. But those motherfuckers
My
were really
golden
telling
age.
stories.
No,
of
no,
these.
But
And the
no,
food
you
just
can't
ain't
say
no
that because
good.
in the early
The
90s,
were too.
You had Far Side, Wu-Tang, fucking Tribe.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
That's the golden
they carried
era.
It out, but you would have
That's
not
the golden
had,
era, and I came up in that era.
and you would have not
Dr.
had
Dre.
that had the 80s not came about the way they did.
Right. No, I guess everything's a predecessor to something.
Yeah, but now look at
But
that
it's
shit,
just
I
like
feel like we're going backwards.
What's better than for sure. They're trying to reinvent the wheel and shit.
Yeah.
But you got shit like
Look, this spins.
yeah. You're the goal now is to get a song that will stream 1 billion times. That's the
People always
physical
told me,
sale's not a big deal
even back
anymore.
in the day, people would be like, I don't want to. All the rappers, I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. And I'm like,
Why wouldn't you, bro? You
Right.
can have a 15-year career for one
sitting,
song.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in the
You
fucking.
think Skilo's doing all
in a
right? I bet you
bedroom.
he is.
Yeah,
Well, that fool's still touring.
Is he?
On these 90s things, you know what I'm saying?
Wish it was a little bit
Coming with
taller.
Bell Biv DeVoe and
'cause
fucking all this
I've
shit.
seen them back
Domino.
when they were growing up. I'm like, watch them do the dance. Like, I don't give a fuck. I remember seeing that shit
Yeah.
when I was a kid. I want to watch
Here
it
we
again.
go,
Like,
here we go. That shit was gangster back in the day.
that shit is nostalgic.
He had
And
2 hits though.
I'm that guy.
He had 2 hits. He had that sweet,
Sweet
potato,
potato
pie,
pie,
and
you
the
know?
fucking gang and the ghetto jam. And shit.
Once that shit gets you through, why would you not want to be a one-hit wonder?
Fuck yeah.
Make some money and
Think about mix
But
a
now,
lot, dog.
even
Yeah.
now, because like if you come out with a one-hit wonder, you'll get on Love and Hip Hop.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna
Yeah.
throw you one of those bullshit shows.
Yeah.
Everybody in the club getting
This
tipsy.
is the furthest reality from
Look at Ray
reality
J.
show.
Ray J's still on TV, dog.
Yeah,
he
but
fucked
but
Kim
he
Kardashian
smashed,
years
though.
ago.
Yep.
He put in work for
How
his
are you
fucking
still relevant, bro?
billions. He put in
How?
work.
This dick.
This dick.
Dick.
Okay, so check this out. Kind of skipped one here. When it comes to your music, what one word would you hope people feel when they listen to you?
Oh, I love this question. All right, energy.
Energy.
Energy, absolutely,
that is a-
100%.
that's a beautiful-
That is the thing that I feel like is nothing without music. I mean, music is nothing without.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Without energy, yeah.
take away the energy, and what do you really relate to? What do you really feel? And that's why old songs do that. Old
Yeah.
songs have that because you can still hear them years later and still feel that emotion and shit. Look at R&B. R&B is not the same as it used to be because now everybody's like,
But you still got some purists,
oh, you
though.
all sensitive and like you want to talk about like girl. There, who is really out there though? There's
Miguel?
like a handful.
Or a handful. I get
And
that.
listen to Miguel. Miguel's very pop. I fuck with Miguel heavy,
Heavy.
but he's very pop.
I think Pharrell summed it up very, very well. What's popular?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to be popular?
Well, that's
now,
the thing.
He went even further in that definition. He goes, it's our job as artists to make what's pop good.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because
But back in the day,
Pop-
pop,
pop
meant,
is a
pop
big- right,
didn't
right, right.
necessarily mean popular when it was. That's what the.
When you were Britney Spears and shit?
Thank you.
there's
that's
a
what it
big
was.
umbrella of what pop is.
Yeah, because-
Post Malone's pop.
Well,
and he even said that at the Grammys.
and
He's
he
not
is.
for rap out.
Yeah, no,
but
he
he's a
is.
rapper though.
Well, how often does he rap? He sings way more
yeah,
than he raps.
he
Even
does
from
sing
the
more.
beginning, White Iver's son. It was
That's a
singing
rap
still.
song. That's a rap
But he's
song,
singing
though.
on it though. 50 Cent, even with 50 Cent would do a couple records and he was like doing this melodic thing with
Okay,
his voice.
but-
People were like, this motherfucker's trying to sing. You know what I mean?
No,
It's just
50
he's carrying a melody. Now
so
you can.
50 bodied Ja Rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he went and did the same shit that Ja Rule was doing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make like
I mean, that motherfucker
it's
blew all his
hypocritical,
money,
bro.
but-
Who's that? 50?
Yeah, that motherfucker was like,
No, he
and
sold.
then he blew all his money.
Right
He
in
still
the
got
water.
that Tyson house, or did he have to get rid of that?
He probably got rid of it. I think he got rid of it.
like a 13 bedroom, some shit.
Yeah, I'm
strip
pretty-
It
club,
was like a
nightclub in
20
there.
with 14
There was like
bathrooms,
25
some shit.
bathrooms. Yeah.
Yeah, it had its own club and everything like that, dude. That's
I don't even think you could shit in every bathroom in a week.
I would do it just cause I would be like, I'm going to the far end.
I'm going to
the East
loo
End,
number
yeah.
22.
The East End to take a shit this morning.
No, but
Bring me
so,
my
so
pancakes.
the pop music aspect, like you said, the one hit wonders, all that shit. What separates? So I guess there's a different
Subgenres.
hierarchy.
There didn't used to
Subgenres.
be anything that was called a subgenre. You had
Right.
pop, rock, like alternative, which was pretty much
And
even
rap.
alternative became rock and rap, and
Yeah.
that was it. You didn't and country. You didn't have. There was like 4 or 5 genres, and then as time evolved, people started to merge the genres
Now you
and
got your
create
Latin trap,
subgenres and all this other shit. Like remember when?
Well, Latin trap's on the tree of reggaeton.
True. But it's still
You
a
know what I'm saying?
subgenre.
Yes.
of reggaeton and trap.
Well, no. So
Yeah.
Well,
Trap,
yeah.
there's
yeah.
trap
so,
and B now. There be before like there was
Trap
trap.
it on. That's
And
what
if
they
you
shoulda
go back and
called it.
listen to trap is so far from where R&B is. A regular like original trap was like, 3-6 Mafia type shit.
Right,
And then
right.
trap evolved to that like third, that triplet. And that's what trap became. And then R&B got
You're
it.
talking
That's
about
why
the
that
snare triplet?
Yeah, that's why that transition as it moved along. Think about it, and that's why trap and B was able to become what it was, because those were so close to R&B records when they made trap, like the style that it is now, like late thousands, early mid thousands, when trap started evolving, and it was like Jeezy and them like that. Listen to those records; those were closer to that 3-6 Mafia type style, which was the original trap.
That
style.
southern UGK
that
style.
like that really gutter gully shit, and that's what trap was. And they were talking about the same shit, and they kept the content and changed the style, and then trap kind of evolved, and then Trap and B came out. Like, you remember when Kanye dropped that? What was the Graduation? I think when he dropped that album, he started to create he created a subgenre, and he talked about that. And that's why it bugs me about like
What do you mean with
Kanye.
the subgenre he created?
It was pop art, is what he called it.
pop art. Yeah.
And that's what he called his subgenre. And
Well,
he
I think
actually
when he got
created
Murakami to
a
do
new
the
genre
right.
on iTunes and like social media or social.
So the
or media
artwork was
outlets.
done by a famous Japanese artist, Takashi Murakami.
Yeah.
Got some bugged out fucking
Yeah, that
designs.
dude does some crazy shit.
But
What was his name?
Takashi Murakami.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear
I
that
seen him
one
at
more time.
Complex Con, and I'm like,
Really? I wanted
the
to go
shit
so
that they
bad.
were doing on there. I was like, oh my god, like this dude is fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean there are subgenres, but the new stuff, like you went from drill, trap to, and then there was drill rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your Little Durks, your
Yeah.
Chief Keefs.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like a emo
Dude,
scene now.
the
You know,
thing that's funny to me is that I agree. It sounds like 90s punk over trap. And the thing is, have you heard that Black? I still see your shadows. And who's that?
Juice World.
Yes. My lady gets mad at me all the time because I sing that shit like Blink-182. I'd be like, I still see your shadows in my room.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing that? I'm like, this sounds like some Blink-182
For real,
like
for
fucking
real.
Green
See,
Day type shit.
Like
And this dude
04,
is singing
05,
it.
06 shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think about if
Like
you
a
had
Fall
a
Out
bunch,
Boy,
if you had a
Hawthorne
bunch
Heights.
of white kids in a room with a bunch of guitars and drums, and they sang that shit, it would sound exactly like Blink-182 or Green Day or any of those
Yup.
dudes that were
You
coming
change
out
the
at that time.
dude's octave of his voice,
Yep.
and you add a
And you make it a
harder
little-
guitar
Yep.
Riff, yeah.
and a fucking double bass.
Yep,
You know
that's
what I'm
all
saying?
it is. And that's when I was like, yo, they're making punk trap right
A
now.
Little Peep, Triple X.
Yeah. They're making like punk trap.
That's all like it's like emo.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
like it's like they grew up on rap, but they also like Depeche Mode at the same time.
Exactly what it was.
And
look
what
at
is that- what's
look
the
at
other-
time when they grew up.
The Cure.
Right.
Those musics were like coming out and becoming pop because they were becoming the popular sound
Simple
at that
Plan.
sound. Yeah. And they just started to evolve and they carried with that generation, and that generation fell in love with another style of music and then merged the two. Now there's like fucking 80 subgenres.
Yeah.
You could jerk off in a bucket and it's a subgenre.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. You can make your own lane today.
Yeah.
Like you know the typical record
Funk is
label
starting
is
to come
dead.
back.
Yeah.
which is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to do funk cumbias.
I love. Hey, that'd
heard
be
of,
pretty
fucking
fire.
dope right
There's
there.
a producer who does them.
You heard of Tame Impala?
Nuh-uh.
He did a record with Theophilus London.
Oh, I fucking love Theophilus.
Yeah,
London,
he's
dude.
dope, bro.
The first, I don't remember the first fucking tape I heard of him. Love is War, Love is Red, or
That
some
Flying
shit.
Overseas with Solange.
He did that shit where he did like,
Going overseas.
yeah.
That shit's hard.
He did
Yeah,
like
that one's dope.
some flip songs of people in the past. He did a bunch of songs with Sade on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
tape that I heard. Oh my god, man!
Fucking love
Yeah, I
Sade.
like
Him
that
and
funk
Anderson
movement.
Paak.
Thundercat. You ever heard of Thundercat?
Yeah.
That shit.
You know who Thundercat is?
who?
Flying Lotus.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
that sounds
he has two, and that's why he goes by, because they're different styles of music. So
Right,
he goes
right,
by a
right,
completely
right,
different
right.
artist name.
Mira, he's like, what's his name? What the fuck did he
Mac
do?
Miller?
No, not
Larry
Mac
Fisherman?
Miller.
You hear that
I'm thinking
song
of Garth
Flying
Brooks.
Flying Lotus did with RZA. Have you heard
No.
that? Oh my god, look that shit up. That
Garth
record
Brooks.
is fire.
And he had a fucking.
Talking to the wrong one, bro.
Well, I'm just saying he
had
did.
another-
He
did
started doing rock,
And
but
he
he did
changed
it
his
under a
name?
different name. Yeah, I don't remember
La
what it
Flama
was.
Blanca.
Something like that.
Look at the Cyruses, bro. Like
El Garth.
you could birth a new one. Like you
Right.
don't even have to change yourself. Like I ain't about to do that shit. Miley, get up there and
Go shit on these motherfuckers and tell them how you feel.
You a Kid Cudi fan?
yeah. Crazy thing about Cudi, I feel like he was at his dopest when he was on drugs.
Oh, I know.
They stopped doing drugs, and that motherfucker just
He's just depressed.
He wasn't
and
the
shit.
same artist. But that's the thing is like that's why a lot of artists fucking stop making good music is because they either stop doing drugs or they fuck their brain up from drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you name a track off the Ye album?
The new one.
No, not the one he's
last one?
developing. Ye, the one that he
Nope.
went to. Okay, so
I stopped fucking with Ye's albums, and I love this shit. And that was the thing that I fuck with Ye heavy. I've always fucked with
too.
him and his perception and his
it's hard for me not
Yeah.
to garner any of his work as like a
Yes.
masterpiece.
yeah.
But
I mean-
it's so rapid fire.
But people get mad
with
about
releases
that.
now.
That dude changed with the times. We're talking about times. That dude changed with the times, and people are mad about that. Like I remember people when Drake really started doing like a lot of R&B shit. People were like, "Oh, you want to do R&B shit now? He's a rapper. He used to be a rapper." No, he started to be a rapper so he could get out there. The first records that motherfucker was doing, he was singing. So what are you talking about? If you really listened to him when he first started, he didn't change. That was always who he was. But Kanye has been one of those artists that changes with the times. Like look at from the first album.
Not necessarily good though.
Yeah, but exactly, it started to get worse because he started.
Ye was on a fucking. We rated that album. It wasn't very high.
The last thing
was
I
trash
really
to me.
paid
What
attention
saved him
to
was such a fucking hoe.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I love it.
the crazy thing was the last thing I paid attention to was what Watch the Throne.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
That was
and
the last
now
thing I
Watch the
gave a
Throne
fuck
2 is
about.
not coming out.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
that a
not.
bitch?
It's not. It's just not coming out.
Motherfuckers.
That was the last thing I gave a fuck about.
Yeah.
From Kanye. To be honest with you, I mean,
I
Yeezy had a
had
couple.
Yeezus. Yeezus was such a great album.
Yeezus had a couple dope records on it, but it wasn't like the other projects how solid they were as a whole.
Nope.
So what came after Yeezus? Life of Pablo and Ye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two albums weren't that great.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a couple songs off of Life of Pablo, but I didn't really pay too
I
much
liked
attention
Fade.
to it.
That's the only
just,
one, yeah.
Just what he does and how he does it is what makes him fucking.
Yeah.
Yeezus was just like a
fucking tier
perfect
above.
10-track culmination of what he was going through at the time. He's always an innovator,
Yeah.
new sounds, all
Yeah.
that shit. But that was his last masterpiece, in my opinion. I really hope this Yandi, whatever the fuck he's calling this new CD, is good.
Yeah.
Because
Verga.
I'm kind of on the same situation with my DC stance. I don't know if you heard the podcast, but if Aquaman sucks, I'm not going to fuck with any more DC
Hey, have
movies.
you seen Titans?
Titans.
Oh, the Teen Titans?
Yeah, the show.
No.
No, I'm familiar with the show.
Yo,
That's DC though, right?
no, not Teen Titans.
So it's Titans.
It's called Titans.
Is
And
it a
it's
new
like
show?
It's like it's like real people and shit. It's not a cartoon. It's not a comic.
No.
It's fired.
Yeah.
I
Where
was
do you
like,
watch
on?
that on?
I don't even know what it's on. I just illegally watch it.
Well, that's
on
what's
the
up.
okay.
Fire
Well,
stick.
Hey,
Fire
well,
stick.
we can fire the. We'll find the motherfucker.
I'm
yeah.
past that. Shh.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
let
but
this-
I'm just saying that DC
Dry
reference
snitch.
was because if this
No,
next,
I agree. I don't fuck with any of
this
the
next
DC
Kanye
movies.
CD comes out and it's trash,
It's over.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy any more of his shoes.
I wouldn't buy his shoes unless I was reselling them.
Comfortable. They're comfortable, bro.
Bro, I buy comfortable shoes for fucking $100.
No, I get it. I was bougie.
That's
I'm
why
not gonna lie,
I
had a
ain't
little
even
bit of
mad.
tax
I
money,
shop, I shop
you know?
at Ross. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean,
Had a
you know
little
what
bit
I'm
of
gonna
tax
do?
money, you
know
know?
what I'm gonna do with this shirt? I'm gonna fucking tear a hole in it, and I'm probably gonna wear it a couple times, and it's gonna get all faded, and I'm probably not gonna wear it again. Like, you want me to fucking spend $300? Like, people buy Gucci shirts. You spend $300 on a Gucci fucking t-shirt, bro.
Está loco.
And you ride the bus, dog.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
But if you got it, I mean, and
Yeah.
it's something that you enjoy, like absolutely, fucking everybody deserves to get themselves. some
I
nice
think that's
shit,
a part
real
of hip hop too, though. Is you want to show out. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
problem with it. Like, it's, what realness is it now? People are so far; they're not even close to
See,
what
my
these
thing is
artists
this:
are anymore.
I don't buy luxury items.
Yeah.
Because I don't drive a Porsche.
Yeah.
I don't drive a European car.
Yeah.
My mortgage isn't paid off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And if you look at the wealthiest people in history, Steve Jobs, not necessarily history, maybe just our generation. Who's the homie that fucking founded Microsoft? Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fucking
Steve
Zuckerberg-
Bezos.
Zuckerberg's up there,
Zuckerberg.
yeah.
There's no Gucci belts on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, yeah. You seen the picture where they talk
know what I'm
about
saying?
that?
It's all
shit,
ass
yeah.
backwards and shit sometimes. Yeah.
Like, they
Because
got
those
the-
dudes do
You're
shit
hustling
with their money.
backwards,
They actually,
son.
yeah, they're not fucking just blowing their money, and you don't make money off of music.
I'm not gonna
bro.
lie to
Get
you,
your
bro.
get
I
right.
have expensive taste.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sacrifice not having the lights on
Yeah, yeah,
in order for
exactly.
me to buy
Yeah.
the newest
and
pair
that's why
of Jordans.
if you got it to
you know what I'm
splurge,
saying?
fuck yeah, buy that shit, enjoy that shit.
I've gotten
Right.
wiser over my years. It used to be every Saturday I was getting the
guns
release.
and butter, guns and
You know what
butter.
I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, so check this out. We were kind of talking about like other artists and shit that we respect and admire. If you could collab with one artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
I'm gonna do dead and alive. Is that cool?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Like if I was gonna do dead, I would have to say Pac.
Right.
I mean,
Just
I feel like
just off
and
the
I-
jump.
I mean, just storytelling, persona, realness. Like it's you could call it back and forth, whatever you want to argue it, that he was or wasn't the greatest, and talk about all that other shit. And I don't really care. Like just backstory, like all that shit, the person that he was, and the impact that he carried.
Just to witness that work ethic that he had in the
I think
studio.
he was a better actor than he was a rapper.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I don't agree, but yeah.
You got to look at the small work that he did.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
was in some good ass
He
movies.
was never in a bad role. But go ahead with your
but
life.
that's I feel like that's how talented he was.
Yeah.
I feel like people really overlook because the amount of music that Pac put out.
A lot of it was put out without his permission, though.
Yeah, but
what I'm
fuck
saying?
yeah.
But
But I
just
mean,
the fact-
even
but
when he
just
was
the fact
alive,
that he
even when
stacked-
he was,
You as an artist, you got all this material you record. There's certain songs that might not ever see the light of day,
fuck yeah.
right?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, I'm in that scenario right now, bro. If you know me, I fucking have a stupid amount of songs. My homies always come over like, yo, I got a new song, and then they play it or whatever, and they're like, how many you got? Like 6, 7, 10? I'm like, yeah, I got like 5. You know what I mean? And it's just because I work at a different pace, and
Right.
I put that much.
That's
time
how
and
Pac
effort
was,
into
dude.
it.
They say every night he would
Exactly.
come up in the studio and he would knock out like 6. And he was like, we're not leaving until we fucking knock these bitches out. We're not going to the club just
Yeah,
yet.
and I'm
We're
at
gonna
that
knock
point.
this shit the fuck
next
out.
project I'm about to drop, Liquid Gold, is like my solo shit, and it's been like 2 years in the making. In that 2 years, think about how many songs I added to and cut from that list. So I'm releasing those because I don't give a fuck, bro. Like
How many tracks is it going to have on it?
17, I think it's at. I think that's why I'm gonna keep it. 17,
good
18.
ass
I'm
album,
I'm
I
tired of fucking the EP thing. Unless
7
you really got
tracks and
fucking
shit.
5 dope fucking records.
Yeah.
Why are you putting out an EP?
That was like the first
You
like
can put out
couple
an EP with a
podcasts
single
we
on
talked
it and
about
3
that
shit
shit.
records. Just call it a single.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But and I'm going to release those, and they're going to be like, you know, the
Nice.
all the free leaf ones are just going to come out randomly, you know.
Right.
But and I'm already so far ahead. I have another project that's not even named that I'm just sitting on.
I think that's one, like, because I know you've been talking to Jamal. Shout out to Jamal already and shit like that.
man, he's the
I think
homie.
that was one of the things that fucking really, impressed me about him when I met him. Because he'd been he's talking to people like, hey, man, I need to get some album artwork. Oh, well, you can do this dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we
he's
can fuck with this dude, right? So he came at, he
follow
came and
through.
talked to me and shit. And then when I finally got to meet him and I went to the studio with him over there at One Shot, and he was just like, look, dog, let me show you these songs and shit. Like,
Yeah.
he was showing me just fucking all kinds of
Yeah.
songs. He was like, dude, I got like 4 albums ready to drop, bro.
Yep.
He's like, I got work like ready to go.
Yeah,
And
what
I
was
just
his
like,
his
fuck
first
yeah,
release
dude.
was his newest shit, right?
I want to say yes. Because I think he told me that like because he's got Poseidon coming out next. He's got another one called
And he's already got
Waves.
2 in the
And then he
books.
already has
Vamp Camp
and
Paid
then
in Blood.
Paid in Blood.
Yeah, he's got 2 records already in
Yeah,
the books, and he
dude,
has more. And that's
those
what
are
I kind of wanted to do. But then at the same time, like I was like, I want to put all this together where I can go back and remember. Like you ever hear a song and you're like, I know right where I was, what I was doing. There's certain songs that impact you.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this feels like that body of project where it was such a span of time where I evolved as an artist that I want to.
You wanna show that, you know.
encase
So-
it in there.
so as a-
and you can hear the progression in it as it goes along.
In the different in the actual album, like from the track.
Yeah, if I like played it from beginning to end as far as the dates go, you could totally notice the progression and the change in the artist. Like I feel like if you're not growing and getting better as an artist, you're not doing enough work.
Yeah,
If you're not, if shit isn't changing,
So
if
how
you're
do
hitting a
you-
wall?
How do
probably
you
not
move
doing
as an
enough.
independent artist? Because obviously, major artists is like scheduling is totally different from being an independent artist because you're pressured by the label
Bro,
to.
if I had nothing but time to write records,
So you would have something like a Lil Uzi Vert where he says, "I got like 1,000 songs recorded."
I probably wouldn't oversaturate it that much. I definitely enjoy taking my time.
And then we're talking about Lil Uzi Vert. He could just be like out there and just be like, I did this and I did that. And
Yeah.
it's fucking, there's a song.
No,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
that. I get that. But what I'm saying is,
1,000.
But I do have a large amount of records for the
that's
little
what he
bit of-
said.
for the
That's what he
little bit
said.
of
He had
time-
1,000.
For the little bit of time that I do dedicate to music, I have a lot of music.
I guess my question is more like geared towards you put out a project. How long do you spend promoting that project before you start promoting the next? And
Nowadays, our
Yeah.
attention span is so short. I feel like you have to do them.
so it's not old school where you would like tour that
You have to
album
s-
for a whole year.
Especially if you're an artist, like you're saying, at the level that I'm at, you have to stay fucking consistent or people lose people lose
Interest.
somebody's attention. Yeah, real quick. I mean, I'll have a large amount of followers and then not put anything out for like 6 to 8 months, and you see that number start to dwindle because people just don't see you, and then they go and clean up their fucking pages, and they're just like, I have so many people who fucking deleted me and then go back and add me.
Yeah,
and
I
I start
can't
bubbling
stand that
again, and I'm
shit,
like,
yeah.
bro, I've added you 6 times. Like, you're lucky I'm not a dickhead, and
Right.
I'm not like, nope. Denied.
Well, at
Get
the
it
same
together,
time, you
Pablo.
want people to follow you, though. You
Exactly,
know?
and that's the thing as an
But
artist.
it's like,
the
why'd
funny-
you leave in the first
funny
time?
thing is,
Puto.
if you go to an artist page, a local artist page, and you look at the fucking people that they're friends with, I guarantee you they don't even know a fucking 25th or even 1 to the 50th of those people on there because they just add people just for the fuck of it.
Right.
If you start to post shit that I don't like, or you start to do things that I don't like, I'm blocking you. I don't care. You don't mean that much to me because you're probably over here to promote your own music anyways. You're probably not here to fuck with mine.
Right,
You make my
right.
page look good as far as the numbers go, but if they're not really organic numbers and nothing's coming from them,
I think
all
the
right,
biggest
why?
thing
Waste
that
my
I
energy.
noticed was the bot followers.
Yeah, fuck that.
Because if you have, like, say, 60K plus,
yeah,
And your shit gets 100 likes?
and you have, like, 30 comments on your picture,
yeah.
Nah.
the numbers don't add up.
Nah,
And that's
son.
the crazy thing is like regardless of where you go through, I feel like some of those are kind of fake. Like I've done Facebook ads, and what I do with
Well, you heard about the band, right?
what?
That rock band that was based out of LA
Oh yeah,
that
and they
got
just
a
completely
European
faked
tour.
their whole shit, and yeah,
There's
just-
like 3 people that
yeah,
showed up
'cause
from the
they said they
openers
bought a
band.
bunch of tickets and shit. Yeah,
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you could con your way that far. So I don't.
because
you hear
that's
about
what,
that?
No, I didn't hear
people
about
don't
that.
give
What
a
is
fuck
that?
anymore.
So there's a rock band in LA that photoshopped a bunch of pictures of them performing in venues, fake numbers
a
on
bunch
the
of
Instagram.
said they sold a bunch of
YouTube
tickets
videos,
for a tour
all
they
this
have
shit.
coming up.
Yeah? Holy
Went
shit.
overseas, booked a overseas European tour, and no one showed up to the first like 3 or 4 gigs, and the rest of the venues canceled based
Because
off
nobody
that.
knew who the fuck they were. They took such a big loss. 'Cause
Damn.
they pretty much just faked their shit.
That's,
But
when,
the thing
that's
is,
when
like,
faking it till you making it goes wrong.
I'll buy Facebook ads, to promote and shit, and I'll target a different demographic because I target places that are foreign. You know what I mean? For the sake of actually having somebody absorb my music.
Yeah.
If I can get somebody who doesn't speak my language to absorb my music, then there's a problem, obviously, in what's going on and who's listening to them here, who's giving them the time of day.
It's
So
shitty,
I'll
dude.
target those demographics, and sometimes when I do those ads, I get these random fucking pages, and what happens when they message me, I get charged for a fee for responding off of that advertisement because that conversation came from that advertisement.
That's
and they
fucking
charge you, and that's how they
crazy.
take. So if you ever get those and you do an advertisement on a Facebook thing and it's not somebody you actually know, wait till your advertisement's over and then respond. And that's how they get you to keep your fucking percentage high. You know how it says, responds 100% of the time within 2 minutes. Think about if you actually paid for advertising and you don't respond until your fucking week finishes of your advertisement, only responds within 2 weeks.
Yeah. They're like, nah.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get back to you.
Exactly.
Don't fucking message him. He sucks.
The
He sucks.
psychologic behind that, and that's the crazy thing is if you ever know about algorithms, think about how algorithms work. Facebook controls your Facebook page. Most people don't know this. There's a most recent tab. Remember when we used to have Facebook when it first came out?
Yeah.
How it would be timed?
Yeah.
There's a tab that you can go on your Facebook and
Yeah,
you
the
click
mo-
most
the
recent.
most recent.
And it'll fix your fucking timeline. Your timeline's shit and you see the same thing. It's because that's what they want you to see. They don't want you to see the things that are promoted. They don't want you to see the things that are not paid for. If you're trying to gain and monetize, they will make you pay for advertisement or nobody will see your post.
Right.
Yep.
How you follow? Fuck,
so
I got 500,
greedy.
500 followers and one fucking person follows me or one person sees that. That's how much I reach. Are you fucking serious?
It's a
Where they just-
confusing time.
you post that peak, you post that
Exactly.
peak times and shit, and nobody sees your shit.
You know what's sad is though is because it's so many people got rich so fast when
Yeah.
Facebook first
Yep.
came out.
Yep.
When Facebook first came out, Facebook helped build so many small businesses for like 5-6 years, and
Yeah.
finally Facebook was like, you know what? Nah,
We ain't
we need to
getting
get we need to get a cut of this pie.
and
you know what I'm
that's where
saying?
advertisements come in.
And that's where
Advertisements on
everything got
YouTube and
fucked
shit
up
is the
since then,
same way.
man.
I think you hit your
make money from
demographic
that.
more efficiently on a Instagram platform.
That's what I'm on now,
You know
and
what
that's
I'm saying?
because
Yeah,
Instagram
but it's going to-
hasn't
the money's
changed their
going to the same
algorithm.
place.
No, I
But
get that,
Instagram
but-
hasn't changed their algorithm, and that's why. Have you heard Gary Vee?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard that fool say,
fucking love
y'all need
Gary
to jump
Vee.
on this? You hear him talking about Facebook and Twitter anymore?
Not really.
Because that's just not fucking, the algorithms are fucked up and there's
Yeah.
no going back.
He's all
Because they've
Instagram
already
and
sold to these
Snapchat, dude.
companies,
And
And
YouTube.
you're starting to see Instagram have advertisements based off of your friends list and what your friends fuck with and products that you look up and shit that you look up, and they target you. Instagram is getting there. It's not there yet, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
And that's how those other ones started out. And their algorithms have changed because they don't want you to profit where they're not profiting. So if they can't profit, you ain't profiting either. If you're not, if I ain't making money, you ain't making money.
Game, ladies
So
and
there's
gentlemen.
ways around that. That's why motherfuckers go
Game.
and tag 100 people in their videos. Like I've told people that
I
do
hate
that.
that.
That's fine, but ask them first because
Yeah.
what I'm doing now is
Can
I'm
I
creating.
tag you when this new shit comes out?
Think
You know
about
what I'm saying?
this. You're the center dot, right? And I have 500 friends, right? And I tag 100 of them. What happens when I tag them? Where does that post go?
It's supposed to go to there.
Straight to them, right?
It goes on their wall.
Right.
So if you have 500 friends as well, and me and you have 250 in common, I just reached another 250.
Yeah.
And if they share it to somebody on theirs, that person has some that aren't mutual with us. Think about how far that webs out. When you monetize that and you make somebody pay for it, you can control those levels and make sure that those only exceed so far because they've given you money for it. You give me money, I don't get to see what you do with my algorithms or what Facebook pages this actually reaches or what pages it's actually on.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the research and go to all 500 of your friends and see if they've actually seen it?
Right.
You can't. They can. And so they can keep
Or
it
they
from-
can lie and put this little pie graph that
Exactly.
says, "Oh yeah, man, and 150 people saw this, bro."
Exactly.
I'm off that Facebook wave because
The only reason I use
Basically-
it is because I know how.
right, I get that. But for me, what happens is that most people catch up on technology,
Yeah.
and that original product that you have isn't as unique anymore.
Yeah,
You
yeah, absolutely.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not
I mean,
saying that
MySpace
I'm on
was
that
before
hipster
it.
shit. No, I get that, but MySpace dropped the ball in many areas.
Yeah, yeah.
That music community they had there is
Yeah.
unprecedented.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why it kind of
I
like
felt
kind
like
of
that
almost
was
came
for
back.
the artists. Well,
Yeah.
I think it SoundCloud evolved out of the necessity based off of MySpace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, reverb shit
Yeah,
like that.
different platforms like that. But with Facebook, it's like now I got my nana, my tata, my tia. Everybody that is not very technology savvy has a fucking Facebook.
Yeah, my tia's all on there and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So for
posting
me-
nasty fucking
Yeah, I'm a
memes and
cochino,
shit.
bro.
So this is me.
This is a big cochino
So
right here.
control it, dog. You have. Yeah, I agree.
No, you can go in there and like make sure that they don't see
Yeah,
that
like
shit.
family knows.
If
I
it's
tell 'em
something
straight
that's
up.
offensive and
I
you're
tell
like,
'em straight
oh,
up, like,
I don't want
"Tia,
my tia to see that shit.
I didn't add you. Why, mijo? Because every time I post something, love you, mijo. And you're the
Yeah.
only person who commented.
Hey,
Like,
fuck it. At least someone's commenting.
if you're carrying an image and a perception that you need to uphold, it, you know what I mean? Like, oh, these people are gonna start talking shit. They'll do anything to tear you down. Nobody talks to that fool, but his fucking nana. Like,
Right.
okay, like, my nana loves me. What's
So
the
I have
big
a
deal?
homie
Fuck
that
off.
raps here in town, and
Who?
this is a derogatory
All right, never mind.
story,
Leave-
so I'm
leave
going
this
to
one
omit
out.
his
named.
name.
Okay.
Well, he spent some cash and got his little video put on WorldStar,
Okay.
which this was probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was a
A
good
big
look
deal back then. Yeah,
good
yeah.
look. Maybe even 3 years ago. Still a good look. One of the fucking trolls
Yeah.
put, damn, that's a sick ass 97 Tahoe on 20s, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Some hating shit
Yeah.
like that.
Do anything, bro.
But it's just like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
I'd rather that. I love that because I'd rather get there and have 1,000 people. If there's 1,000 people talking shit about me, that's 1,000 people who weren't talking about me before.
Yeah.
The same, but people are so fucking sensitive nowadays, bro, that they can't fucking really. That's what bothers you, bro. That's what you're gonna have 1,000 of those, and you're gonna have 100 people that fuck with you that actually go to your show. Those people talking shit are either gonna go to your shows, buy your merch, and do all this other shit. You don't make money from music, bro.
No, I get that now.
And that's what a lot of people don't get. They're all out here trying to make money from music. You have to make music to make money, to get into the business and start doing the business side of it. And that's where you make your money. And at that point, that music shit, what people say about your music won't even matter because you'll be so numb to it by that time.
I mean,
make
if you're selling
records-
1,000 shirts every month,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's
at any regard, if you can flip it back into that, it's so easy to start from a very small amount. And if you're really putting it back into your craft, to just skyrocket, because the more money you have that comes in that you don't spend on stupid shit, that you spend back into your craft, is going to start to take you to new levels, and you'll be able to work with new people. I was broke doing it, and you know why nobody knew about me? Because I was recording at my house. I was doing it. Nobody was hearing my music. So what I started to do, I would go out, fuck with people, show them my shit. Then I started to meet people. Then I started to get put on shows. I wasn't getting paid for shows. I would do shows so much so people just didn't have a choice, and they would owe me favors because I would jump on their shows last minute.
Right.
And artists won't take the fucking time and hustle to do that. People would call me up like 2 hours before a show, like, yo, I got a show in Phoenix. Can you make it tonight? Fuck yeah. Ride out there to Phoenix and fucking jump
And
on
that's
the show.
what, $50 out of your pocket with gas and,
wouldn't
eating
get paid,
and all that
and
shit.
I wouldn't get paid. And then people started to kick me gas money, and then I started to fucking host shows, and then I started to get paid for shows, and I started, and that's where the ticket sales things come in. It's like, you're a promoter, you get paid to promote the show. What they do now is you just let the artist sell the tickets. You don't have to promote except for make the flyers, which you probably pay somebody to do.
Right.
But if you're just a promoter and you fucking have 10 artists sell tickets and they have to guarantee pay me out $100, I just made $1,000 by promoting this show, which was my promotion was getting you to sell tickets, and I got to pay this dude who made this flyer $100. And this venue's probably going to give me a cut. If I'm not paying a large ticket price, I might get a ticket price and a cut from the bar.
There are a
I
lot
get
of people that
stupid
don't
amount of
like
money.
the selling ticket type shit, right?
I mean, if you're gonna do it,
I've
do
heard
it. If
people-
you're not, don't. Like, I do both. Like, I really don't give a fuck.
At the end of the day, if you're really an aspiring artist,
yeah.
Right.
you're gonna
You sell
pay
those
that
tickets.
$100 out of your fucking pocket.
Exactly.
And
And I've
hopefully
done that.
you
I've
get
done
10
that. I've done that shit,
homies
too.
that are gonna fucking reimburse you for the money you spent.
I've done that.
Because you're gonna get on that ticket.
Yeah,
if you
the
really
crazy,
want to
the crazy thing is that some people. Well, at that point, this is my point, and that's why I get back to this, because if you really want to do that, guess what? You could just pay a lot of these artists to jump on their fucking tours, or jump on their tour when they come in town. Like, yo, I got $200. I want to open for you. I fucking guarantee you, they will let you open, whether you sell tickets or not, because they just sold $200 in tickets that they didn't sell before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can buy on to shit.
Is that how
What's
some
the
of
difference?
some of the artists get on? Like when E40 comes up, they'll probably throw down 2 G's on tickets.
Or they know they can sell tickets. Like some venues are very big, and if you can't sell, once you start selling a large amount of tickets, they're like, okay, this dude can sell tickets. We'll put him on more shows, and they use you directly through that. That's why you don't see a lot of cats doing like Rialto shows and shit like that.
So check this out, dude.
Somebody
Like,
got them a plug, or they sell tickets and make money.
we started with which artist you would collab with, dead or alive. Which one did you say alive? Did you say alive? We never
I
got that
didn't.
far. Which one would it be alive?
It's crazy, man. This artist really shaped me as an MC, and kind of gave me the knowledge to be able to spit the shit that I wanted to spit, like myself, and put me in it on like these club records. And I didn't realize I could do that before. And his name is Odyssey.
Okay.
Oddisee. He's on Mellow Music Group.
Okay. Isn't that with what's his name? El Lance.
Yeah, man. Lando
Chill?
Lando Chill, yeah.
Yeah.
That, when he got signed, man, I was like, damn, I was super happy for him, because I knew what the
Dude
record
from
label was.
Tucson?
The crazy thing is, yeah, the
I don't
label.
think he's from Tucson, but he was here for a while doing his thing and shit.
I think Lando's
or
he
is
might
Odyssey
be from LA.
here?
He might
Is
Lando
Odyssey from here, or is he from somewhere
No,
else?
Odyssey's from DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the dude who owns the label, I believe, lives here. Is from
Yeah,
here.
yeah, because there's a lot. Because even that's what Jiven's on too, right?
No,
Aren't they on-
Jiven's on another label. I can't
I
think
thought
of the
they
name
were
of
on
the label.
Mellow.
right
Okay,
now.
maybe not. Yeah.
But
But,
Lando's the one. But what he was doing.
So you've never
before-
done music with this dude Odyssey?
No.
Okay, so you want to collab with him?
Yeah.
That'd
Oh
be
my
dope.
god. Yeah, I would love it. Him and Ryan Leslie, man. I don't know if you've ever seen.
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan
Oh,
Leslie's
fucking
dope.
Ryan Leslie, dude.
I remember
yes.
seeing that
I used to
dude.
love watching his videos, bro.
I Get Money. The I Get Money video. I see you shaking a cup.
Yeah,
That's what got me, and I
Yes,
fucking
dude,
started
that
to
was
listen to
so
him after that,
sick,
and to watch
dude.
that dude, how he changed and how he did his own thing. Like, and he talks about it. I don't want to pay rappers for a verse when I could write a sick verse. That's why he started rapping. Have you ever heard that Black Pegasus? I think that's what it's called. That shit is fucking dumb fire. And he
Is
was
it
doing
fire?
a similar thing to what that Odyssey dude was doing. So Odyssey, when I first got into him, it was like conscious, like real, down to earth, like boom bap type, dope, funky shit, you know what I mean? And then he would do beats as well, and he would drop beat tapes, and they would have no words on them. Some would have words, some wouldn't have words, and he would drop them like that. The most recent shit that I got from him, he made a beat tape. I saw his mixtape first, and I didn't realize that this is what he did. He made a beat tape, and he sold it as his album. And then inside of that was the free link to his mixtape.
Nice.
And the mixtape was what I heard first. It's called Tangible Dream, and this shit is like dope ass fucking hype club records. And if you listen to what this dude is saying, he's making these people absorb this fucking realness, like the shit that you hear on like some, old school shit, like Outkast type shit.
Okay.
Even further back, like Tribe Called Quest. Those dudes who are really like kicking knowledge in their raps, and it's over some like new era club type shit that
Nice.
you could dance to and you could feel.
You say new era like Joey Badass type?
No. Well, yeah, I guess kind of in a sense he does shit like that.
No, I just say that because that's like his label, right? Or his crew, New Era.
Who?
Joey Badass.
Oh no.
No, he means new era, like the new era of artists.
New era of hip hop. Okay,
Sorry, no.
He means the hat, bro. I'm just fucking with you.
No, but I feel that not from the crew, but the age of music, like the style. And go back. He has this song called "Jesus Was a Mortal Man," and it's crazy the shit that the chorus is like. I know the Jesus is a mortal man, and Hov ain't Jehovah, just a normal man. And we all lambs to the slaughter. We all die, but some die harder. Which one are you? Is you a runner or you running shit? Is you a fetcher or you summon shit? I'm the definition of a mortal, and my name live on as the incidents without the clue, with all the honor, some shit like that. As a king without the throne, but all the honor. I think is the last line, and it's over.
You're gonna have to link me with this shit, dude. I want to check that shit out.
It's over some hard ass like Jay-Z type shit that he would do, and then he does these club records, and I heard him, and I was like, listening to him, and I listened to him as an artist because I knew what he was doing before that conscious shit, and I'm like, I remember taking my headphones off and taking a step back, like. Yo, he's saying the same shit that he was saying, but this would play in the club if they knew who the fuck this dude was.
Right.
Well, you know the theory of getting in the club, like it's all pop hits.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It has more of a bounce to it. It's more melodic, repetitive.
Go, shorty.
But the way this dude spits and the way that he articulates and his timings and deliveries, it sounds like a drum machine, man.
Do you believe that getting anywhere in the music industry, you got to give your booty hole up?
I hope not, because I will just.
You've heard that though, right?
You've heard those artists talk about shit like that.
You know what's funny as hell is because as you started saying that fucking question, I thought you were almost saying my next question, but that was funnier.
You got a booty hole question?
No, actually, well, my question is do you think you can make it as an artist out here in Tucson?
Like like location wise?
Yeah, location wise. Do you think that you can remain in Tucson and eventually blow the fuck up?
You'd have to leave.
And
it's not even moving to Phoenix either, right?
No, you got to go to LA. You got to go to somewhere where it's
really
because once you get to that point and they hear you, that's when it comes to here.
Why do you think Tucson doesn't have a scene like Houston or a
radio's a big
Bay Area?
Radio's a big thing about it.
Because we're Clear Channel, and no, they don't fuck with no local
Well, if you go to the
anymore.
Bay, if you heard any shit that's in Atlanta, they're playing Atlanta records where the rest of the world is not playing Atlanta records. New York is playing
Atlanta's
New York records.
Atlanta's a different animal,
Houston,
because
LA,
where do you go to
New
premiere
York?
the new songs? If it doesn't bang at Magic City, it's not a top 10 hit.
But you know why, right? Because they were fucking the ones who were making that style of music. So if you go back home and you're not popping, if I make some Houston Scoot shit and I go back to Houston and it doesn't pop, I'm not making Houston Scoot shit. I'm not making it with that. I might as well go try another style.
For sure. But if you go to the Bay Area, they're playing SOB, RBE, Shoreline Boys, all these new up and coming kiddos that aren't your E40s or your
Do you know why they're playing them?
Because they're slapping and they're hitting the clubs.
No, you know why they're slapping and they're hitting the clubs? Because they're playing them.
Right. Because they support their scene,
and that's why people get out. Your scene literally supports you so much it catapults you out of the scene, and so your scene is so big. That's why the scene has a problem.
And your big bro puts you on.
Nobody bigs each other up to the point everybody like, oh fuck all that big and shit. I'm not fucking hitting ride anybody's dick, bro. You're not a dick rider. You just support good music. And if it was really that good, it would take like that. If the community bubbled itself like that, that's why those communities are what they are, because they brought themselves out of it. Look at Chicago. Chicago is one of those exceptions. Chicago doesn't have that effect, but dope ass artists come out of Chicago. They don't make it in Chicago.
Right.
You know why? Because they didn't used to play their records. Look at them now. They're breaking. You hear these young cats that are coming up, and they're young cats. They are getting supported by the local scene and starting to make it from there. And Chicago is getting a name from its sound and its style because of those cats.
Tucson's not the only town that hates on themselves.
No, yeah, not at all.
But at the same sense, we had a conversation about the what festival was it? Or no, the mixtape.
The mixtape to the 520 mixtape.
I had asked him. I said, so there was a lot of people that got left off there.
Yeah, were people mad about it? I fucking loved it. I went to that show knowing nobody, dog.
Did you get the CD?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I got the CD.
You still got the CD?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I got the
CD.
CD.
Did I ever give you one?
That shit.
No.
Okay, good, because I brought one today.
Okay.
Look at that. It's still in the wrap. I designed the fuck
Oh,
out of that.
shit.
And
Yeah.
then, dude, and my homie, you know what else he did, dog?
Logos
2
on it.
days, we set up photo shoots for fucking people like, oh, I can't make it this day. All right. We did 2 separate fucking photo shoots, bro, for everybody, dog. So that he could do, like, when you open this up, dude, there's
Yeah.
an actual there's a mini 520 magazine
Yeah, it's
in this
dope.
motherfucker
It's
that
super
has
dope.
all the shit inside, dog. Like you have this shit. But
If you didn't fuck with that in the local scene, it's because you were upset, or you just didn't care about you.
And
Weren't
see,
in the
that's what he
scene.
asked me. He's like, was there a lot of salty people that weren't on it? And I
Yeah.
was like, there was a fuck.
But that's the thing is, people
get
get fucking sad, bro. People get salty. Like, leave me off the Tucson Hip Hop Fest, and I won't get offended.
right.
I'm not gonna be upset.
Yeah.
I've done these contests and not won, and I'm like, all right, man. Like, cool. I didn't win the contest. You and I both know that I won that contest, or you and I both know I should have been on that festival. Like, if you're that good, keep it moving. Or, you know what I mean? You're not, or something just didn't click that time.
Yeah.
Why are you upset about it? You mad at the universe.
Yeah.
She mad at shit you can't change.
Exactly. You crying over some shit you spilled.
I feel like if you feel like there's politics involved and you don't do enough networking, you're going to use that politic line for the
excuse.
rest of your life.
Fuck yeah, because it is politics. You're never.
Well, I
gonna
get it. You know what?
Everything.
It's not how good you are as far as, because I'm a DJ.
Yeah. Oh,
I have
absolutely.
different spots where I DJ regularly.
Yeah.
It's not how good of a DJ you are. It's who you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what
I was
I'm
going to
saying?
say, I got some records that I know that I have DJ homies, and I know they could break them, and I know if they played them, people would be like, yo, what the fuck is this? But it takes a lot to fucking take something out. It takes a lot for them to see that and hear that and be like, you know what? I can play this in the club, and nobody will know. They'll just vibe to it.
Right.
You have to have a fucking really, really good record.
Yeah.
For that shit to happen. It has to be well recorded, has to sound well, the beats got to be on. Like, and that's why a lot of people don't get put on by DJs, no disrespect, but they're not making something that's at the quality that you can pass that into that and not get noticed.
The big problem is that a lot of these venues don't allow you to play.
Yeah, they
open
won't even let
format
you. Yeah, because they want to keep people there.
because they want your Kesha, then your Pitbull, then your
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, they
then
control it.
You know what I'm saying? And then they want that programmed playlist so that they can think, oh, well, this is going to keep people in the club because they're going to be hearing the top.
Isn't
40.
there like
Some people go to certain venues because they don't have that. You can go to
That's
a
why
venue
I go
and
to
you-
Heads.
Yeah, Heads.
Because
The
I know
HUD.
all I'm going to do is hear hip hop.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
can go and hear what you want to hear at certain venues. Some venues
aren't they
won't let
having
you
a kind
do
of
that
like a
shit.
situation like that with is it the what is it, the Arizona Underground versus like the radio up there in Phoenix?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Isn't there like some beef
RTU?
going on or some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like that with
yeah.
RTU and them? What's
Yeah.
going on with that? Have you
I think they just kind of like really
just kind of called them out, right?
Yeah,
like
they
I'm
just
not
said
playing
that-
local shit.
Yeah, that you're not playing local shit, and the people, everybody has. But really, the crazy thing was, he's like, I'm drawing the line in the sand, and that's exactly what happened. And sometimes people say, oh, it was promo, like they were trying to do promo. The festival
hip
was
hop
coming
festival,
up.
yeah.
He just dropped an album at the time. Whatever the reason was, whatever the case was, it was for a reason. The city felt that way for a reason. He was just the one who said it and who chose his side and said, you know what, I stand on this side. And you can't knock them. You can't knock either side for defending themselves or having their standpoint. Obviously, there was something that needed to happen in that city for that reason. And it was, you might not have played it as much as people see, and it might go back to that thing that I'm saying is that's why Arizona hasn't popped. It's not just Tucson, but Arizona hasn't popped because the local radio companies don't play local records, and it's because of that. But it's also because the scene is so fucking
Are
saturated.
you familiar with payola? The payola scandal? So that was a situation that happened, I believe, in the 50s. It's illegal to pay someone to play your record.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
that's the whole payola
Yeah.
thing. Clear Channel is now iHeartMedia.
But this is the thing. There's always a way around it, though.
No,
You just make
okay.
them a contract.
But my point is this. Now you have the iMedia Spotlight song, whether that's the new DJ Khaled song, or it's that LMA song, Boot Up,
yeah.
or whatever the fucking song that they decide to fucking highlight for this week, however long this promotion goes. How is that not another form of payola?
Exactly. No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the same sense, you had little hip hop shows, Fill In 520. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
with
I was on
Apprentice?
that shit. I held a fucking spot for
I got a
that
gold.
fucking-
I got a gold record.
I retired my shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really listen to it very often. It was on Sunday nights at a very awkward time.
I got on it when
they
it
play
was
some
on
bullshit
Friday.
on there. Though,
No, it's not even about the quality.
I got on it when it was on Fridays, bro.
But
really?
they moved it to Sundays though.
Yeah.
I was on it when it was Sundays.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I got on it back in like 2010. I had a record that was on there for like 9 weeks straight.
Like I remember the Rascal had a song that went for the longest fucking time, and then
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
dethroned him, and then like E Fresh had something on there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like I Want a Couple,
So that was Apprentice's show.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how he passed that through the higher ups because that was iHeart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
they were Clear Channel at the
He
time.
did
But
something.
he got to do something
Yeah.
there, you know? I don't know him very well. I just met him a couple of times and seen him through passing. But, avenues like that's a big thing for you guys, you know?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what the one thing that could.
That's
that
your
can-
demographic, Tucson. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like you're trying to
exactly.
build a grassroots following.
And some still do that, and they do them at shitty times.
Would you prefer to have a bigger fan base in Tucson or overseas?
Probably overseas, because I would probably make more money from an overseas fan base. Because it's easier for me to touch this fan base. I don't
Right.
need to fucking be on the radio necessarily. But once this is the thing, once people see that I'm doing something elsewhere, I will pop out of this scene. That's how artists get out of places. They see you pop somewhere else, and everybody's like, "Boom! I know this dude." Yada yada yada. That's why
nah,
like,
I was fucking with Vinney Mendez
Yeah.
back in the day, dog.
and then you're playing a record that you had back in the day, and they'd be like,
Spit the lyrics, bro.
"Yeah, give me
Tell me the fucking lyrics."
fucking chorus. We'll give you the easiest.
right. Yeah, that's
There's
what I'm
people always
talking
like, "Oh yeah, you better fucking invite me to shows when you make it."
Right.
Have you ever heard those letters say, "If I make it, you better buy a ticket to my show," or
Yeah.
like, because you better fuck with me at that time like that. And if you do, and if you were fucking with me like you say at this time, it wouldn't be a thing. You wouldn't have to ask me. You would know off top. Like there's certain people. I have homies who can't make it to my shows and buy tickets by fucking every fucking time. I'm making out every fucking time they buy my shit. They quote my lyrics to me. You know what I mean? I have homies who are that adamant, and those are people.
Was
like,
that his lyric?
Yeah.
Lost like a fart in the wind.
No, that was Shona.
Oh,
That
okay.
was just Dorian.
That was my
He was
favorite
cracking
lyric
up.
on that song.
He was cracking
dog.
up
Dope
about
as
that
fuck.
shit.
Well, on
Hey,
it.
but you remembered the hook though. He's like, you don't have the answers, sway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, man. But okay, so another question for you: what are you doing when you're not doing music, writing lyrics and shit? What do you do for your spare time? Do you have any spare time, or you just devote your spare time to the music
that's
right now?
pretty much what
That's
it is.
what it
I mean,
is,
I
huh?
don't. I mean, I play games here and there, but not like I used to. Like I used to get engulfed in that shit, and it's probably because I don't have a kid yet. But like, I mean,
But you are having your kid, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
congratulations for that. That's fucking awesome, bro.
First child?
Yep.
And you have a little chameleon, right?
Yeah.
A little chameleon. What's his
Got a
name?
chameleon there?
Basil.
Basil.
Hey, I fuck with Chameleon.
Hell yeah. That's
That was the
dope.
first. That was the first live show I went to.
I was
word?
watching. I was watching the fucking Snapchat you did the other day
first
when he
hip-hop
fucking
show?
when he ate the fucking cricket
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
First hip hop show I went to was on Bosco. I went to go see little Lighter Shade of Brown.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So
It was Lighter Shade of Brown and then a Tejano artist named Ruben Ramos.
The dope thing about Lighter Shade of Brown is, Chicano.
That homie died.
Yeah. Chicano, one of them did. The Chicano music gets that rap, Chicano rap, and that's after it became a subgenre. But look at what they were doing. The Lighter Shade of Brown was doing like 80s era funk, disco, hip hop. And they were just doing it in the style that they were, the person that they were.
and they got on the motherfucking radio.
Exactly.
That's what kind of fucked me up for a long time with the Tucson scene. When you heard the term Tucson rap,
Yeah.
it was immediately associated with Chicano,
Chicano
rap,
rap,
which was like fucking Little Rob.
Because
or
for a while,
Mr. Capone.
for a while, majority of that
But
is
you know what I'm
it
saying?
was,
So
yeah.
that's the reason why up until maybe 5 years ago, I didn't really fuck with nobody. And that's no disrespect.
boy,
that was
only
no
like 10,
disrespect
12
to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not coming at this as like a fucking aggressive. It's
No,
just
no.
that genre, that car show
Yeah.
circuit type of music.
There
It's
was
just
only-
not for me, bro, because I was never
It's
a
just like
vato.
it's just like he said though, dog. The problem is it got oversaturated, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
When you have fucking 10, 15 CDs that people have given you and they all sound like shit,
Yeah.
and you get maybe one out of there that's cool, it's
How many
decent.
times are you gonna
but
give
You'll
it
get a
chance? chance.
slapper here and
But
there.
you're like, another one of these motherfuckers.
But this is the thing
dude.
about us too, is like you won't get 30
It's a
seconds
different
into
era.
a song before you change the record. You don't like the beat?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this shit's
Yeah,
snap.
yeah.
I might have the most fucking body verse you ever heard in your motherfucking life.
On the second verse, but you didn't make it to the
my
second
My
verse.
second verse is usually better than my first verse.
Yeah.
I'm a Lil Wayne type dude. Like if you see me on a record and I'm last, they put me last for a fucking reason.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I thrive on that. Like even when I do shows, people place me on certain show timings for certain reasons during the show, and I know why they do it. Because I now, the thing that I've been able to keep is I had this energy where I draw people in. So I don't mind opening a show. Because I'm like, all right. I used to be like, all right, motherfucker, you're going to put me first? And none of my people showed up. I've had people pay to go and not see me because they put me so early.
Right.
But you know what I do?
You still fucking kill it.
I still fucking kill it, because you know what I'm gonna do? If my 10 fans who came to see me didn't get to fucking see me, I'm taking fucking 15 with me.
Yeah.
And that's how I looked at it.
And then hopefully somebody there got video and shit like
Eventually
that.
what I started doing was kicking motherfuckers in the teeth with that shit, and I started to bring fans from my shows instead of bringing them to my shows.
Dude, that was exactly how I met Shonuff, dog. He opened, I think it was a Cash Lansky fucking album release party. And I had never heard of Shonuff.
Oh, at Congress.
Yes, I never fucking heard of Shonuff. But he got up on fucking stage and he was like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm Shonuff, my boy Vanezzi, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I need y'all to fucking give me some energy. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to come on in.
Yeah.
And then he was like, it's all right, man. Okay, it's cool. You ain't fucking with me now. But by the end of this set, all y'all gonna be fucking with me. And he did his set. And then at the very fucking end, at the end, he hit him with that Block My Cool, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He hit everybody in fucking Congress.
I love hearing that record.
Block My Cool.
I love that record. Fuck.
Oh no! Yes, dude, it's fucking.
He was one of the ones who changed the way that I approached the show, and I've told him this, and he's like, I don't remember saying that, but he said it. He said he was talking to the artist in the room, and he's like, I've learned one thing is that you can't demand attention, you have to command attention. And it hit me, and I was like, yo, because you see these artists go in there, and they'll be like, I need you to say this, I need you to say this, and nobody's saying it. You know why? It's weird to be the 1 out of 20 in a room.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to a show with 2,000 people, you see 2,000 people jumping up and down. You don't want to be that one weird motherfucker
who's
not jumping
Sitting
in a
in your
crowd.
seat.
Exactly. But you go to a show and 30 people got their arms crossed and one dude's jumping around. They either really fuck with their music or they don't care what anybody else thinks because they actually fucking
they're
enjoy
feeling, they're
it.
vibing
Exactly.
and shit. Yeah.
And then once you see multiple people start to do it, they're
Bro,
like fucking sheep, bro.
That's exactly what the fuck happened at Congress, dude. And when he got the fuck down there on the stage, dude, everybody, every fucking artist I knew from that era right there, dude, was like all up in his, like, hey, bro, you fucking killed the shit out of that, dog. Like, for real, even me.
Yeah.
Even me, I'd never heard him. I was like, dude, I got to meet this motherfucker right here.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
thrive
saying?
on respect. If you don't have respect from your fellow artists, nobody's going to fucking listen to you. If an artist won't listen to you and they know and they go through it on a daily and you know what I mean? That's why
Well,
when
it just
I get
depends.
love...
It depends if that artist doesn't have like, doesn't feel
Absolutely.
intimidated by what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
That happens. I've seen people just, when I first came out in the scene, I didn't know me and didn't know who I was and how I was. Nobody would approach me. And I'm like, wow, I know how you feel, even though you don't say it. I'm a very good read, you know what I mean, of body and feel and sound and body language and all that shit. Like, and I could tell, I'm like, these motherfuckers are afraid of me, yo, because they know. And
I saw you vibing. I saw you vibing while I was performing and
I heard
shit.
you were like, damn, like you gave me that oh shit look, like damn, like you heard what I said and you felt
oh
that
shit look?
Yeah, like damn,
Yeah.
Oh, that
That's that
motherfucker.
shit.
And I have producers that do that, like when Lab listens to me spit because he knows how I spit, so he'll play a record and I'll spit some shit and I'll see that motherfucker in the back like like thinking about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I feel that shit right there, exactly. Okay, so, okay, question. You're stuck on an island with one food, one book, one movie, and one album. What are they?
Spaghetti.
Okay.
Like I could eat spaghetti
One book?
for days. A book.
You ever see Seven?
Yeah.
You remember that part where that fool's dead eating the fucking spaghetti?
Gluttony?
I couldn't eat spaghetti for like a month, dog.
That's the gluttony, dude. Yes, dude. Oh, fuck that, dude. Okay,
that's
so
good.
one book.
Fuck, that's a good one. The Alchemist?
Is it written by Alchemist?
No.
Hold you down.
It's by it's written by I think it's like a Cuban dude or something like that. It's magical realism. Have you ever heard of that style of writing?
I think I have.
This is a Christian podcast. We don't believe in mysticism.
We don't watch Harry Potter over here. We believe that's Satanism.
No, but what it is like everything in the story is real.
Okay.
Except for the main plot or the main plot point in there, and that's the thing that has something that's kind of impossible, and you have to tie that all into the rest of the story.
The
so everything
Alchemist,
else,
huh?
yeah, it's
Oh, check that out. Is it like an old book? It's been around for a while, or is it pretty new?
Yeah, it's kind of old.
I got a couple credits on Audible. I'm gonna have to go buy that. I'm not a fan of reading. I like being read to.
Yeah, and that's look up what magical realism is first.
Okay,
and then kind of like get an idea of it, because it took me a while to get like hip to it, and then somebody told me to read The Alchemist, and then I did, and I was like, blew my fucking mind.
Nice. Okay, one movie.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, there you go.
Jenny.
That's a great fucking soundtrack.
I could watch that
soundtrack
movie over
is
and
just
over again.
beautiful. That soundtrack made that movie.
That could make you just remember your whole fucking life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just that one film.
Yeah.
Fucking Roll Tide. He played for Alabama.
Yeah, yeah.
He did.
Everything that's in that, and you just like you go back and you like watch it like.
But that boy can run.
Yeah. Go home.
He's all, sometimes mama just chase the raccoons off the back porch and shit. He's like, motherfucker.
Yo, mama must really want you to go to school.
Right? Your mama sure cares about your education, son. Yeah, that fucking dude's like,
and then he comes out and he just grunts at him.
Cries, man. That's a good one. Okay, and one album.
In the beginning, there was rap. This goes back to that
that's like a compilation album.
That rapper's delight that I was.
That's
telling you
on
about.
that. That
has Too Short on there, right?
Yeah, Too Short.
That's a Def Jam compilation,
I need
isn't
a
it?
freak.
Yeah, well, hold up. This is the thing. They did that with the original versions, and then later down the road, they had other artists who did the same album but redid their songs. So Rapper's Delight was on there. P. Diddy, I think, did LL Cool J's.
I have that CD.
Yes.
Butt.
Yeah.
It's like
Keisha
this
got
on
a
the
big-
front of the
got a
cover.
big old butt.
I think is it the original or the second
four
one?
ring thing?
Yeah.
I think that's the second
And that's
one.
the one that came from that with that. They did Method Man, Redman, and fucking Keith
Murray,
Murray on the
all those
fucking
motherfuckers,
Rapper's
yes.
Delight. There was a bunch of people on there who did records that I fucked with, and I was like Snoop Dogg did Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
That was, you know what I mean?
Dope.
And I was like, damn, I listened to that.
Somebody
fucking
did. I can't remember who did. Somebody did 6 in the Morning by fucking.
It was
Ice
Master
Cube.
P, bro.
That's right. Yeah. 6 in the morning, police at my door.
Fresh Adidas squeak across my back. He switched it, and I was like, damn, that shit's dope.
Yo, who do you think's the biggest overrated artist in hip hop? Not necessarily just today, but like somebody that.
Tekashi.
Well, that's you. But like just period, that somebody that got a lot of attention, but you're just like, his shit wasn't even that tight.
I feel like a lot of people feel that way about Tupac, but I don't think it's necessarily true.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers say he's overrated and shit, dude. But that has a lot to do with where
but
you
those
were.
are East Coast fucking heads that
Pretty
fucking
much,
say that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember, like, out of all my homies, I was the only one that bumped Biggie and Pac.
Right.
And they were like, fuck that. Dude's West Coast, bro. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here and open your mind,
That's
puto.
a really good question, though.
Overrated.
Damn, that's a fucking tough question, to be honest with you. Because there's, like, people who I think to, I come to mind where I'm like, damn, like, the shit they were doing, and then you, like, listen to it and think about the records
Think about
that
the
they
catalog,
made,
and
and
you're
you're
like,
like,
whoa,
yeah,
okay.
never mind. I need to fucking eat my words. So I'm super careful when I answer questions like that, because at first I wanted to say, like Wu-Tang and shit, and then you, like, go back, and I'm, like, thinking about the records that they made and the fucking MCs that were in there, and not necessarily that they were all...
And how they did it, too, because their Wu-Tang was under one label imprint, and then all members got individual record deals with different
and to think about
record labels. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was like, I don't even know why that was even a thought in my mind. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking about artists.
Okay, you know what? I'll simplify it. Who is the wackest out of Wu-Tang then? If that was going to be your answer, who's the wackest out of the Wu-Tang?
Honestly, what?
You got.
Yeah. Him or ODB, man. I feel like ODB was just...
But see, ODB to me was entertaining.
Exactly, and that's why he was as popular
He's
as
all,
he was.
remember when we used to do this? He was all...
Yeah. He was wild, bro.
That shit was fucking great,
He was
dude.
wild, but the dopest spitters on there are like Meth. Like Meth is...
Meth, Ghostface, fucking...
RZA.
Yeah, dude.
Like... RZA's a smart.
The Jizza is a
motherfucker,
genius.
boy.
Not no pun intended, but the dude has like lectures. He has that show on Netflix.
Yeah, you were talking
But
about
he
that.
does lectures at forget what Ivy League college.
Fuck yeah.
Jizza does?
Yes.
I know RZA is a fucking super intelligent
He's like a
cat.
scholar and shit.
You ever check
Yeah.
out his movies?
Who? RZA?
RZA's movies,
But
the
I
karate
like what-
movies.
I watched like Iron Fist. Like,
Yeah, that shit was
that first
alright.
one was dope. The second one was a
Yeah.
little. I was like, fucking y'all shit on this movie, but people hated the first one, and I'm like, it was cool. If you like kung fu movies, that's what they were looking for. That's what they went for. I heard you say you like martial arts movies.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ever watch Ong Bak?
No.
On
I'm
Bach.
about to fuck your fucking martial arts movie shit up. Go watch them shits,
Okay.
bro. It's Muay Thai.
Yeah, I like me some Muay Thai, man.
Watch those.
You ever seen a
shits.
fucking Muay Thai match?
Yeah, that dude who does those movies is like the new age Jet Li.
Okay.
He's fucking bad. He does all his own stunts. They show the stunts that he does and shit. And he's done a couple other films, but that motherfucker is bad, bro. But yeah, check out Ong Bak.
Nice.
But back to what was your original question?
Well, you answered mine, and then you answered
kinda
his.
interjected with
kind
mine.
of
I
the
don't-
kind of the most
I don't think I could
overrated
pick all
artist.
those
and
shit
shit.
artists, man.
Yeah,
That's just super hard. I feel like LL Cool J might have been.
Overrated.
Yeah, but that was
This is
because
from
But he was in his own subgenre.
Yeah, and he
was like
did-
a rap R&B
and
singer
he
kind
continued,
of. You know what I mean?
and as he continued, he kind of got like better. But that's when he
He's
got
like, I
less
give Cool
attention.
J his props, and that's where it stops. Fucking-
So if we had a YouTube channel, you'd see this fool lick his lips more than fucking LL Cool J.
Hey, I get cotton mouth, fool.
He's just trying to
Cotton-
make sure that shit ain't
I get
smacking.
cotton lips.
That's why you got that. Actually, let me
He's
see
all
that.
word
I
is
wanna
born.
do-
You haven't tried the biotine
No,
yet.
I
huh?
wanna try
He's
that.
all
I saw
word is
Biotine
born.
break.
This shit apparently
Try that shit.
keeps every MC should get this.
Dude, that shit is fuck.
dry mouth.
I'm gonna
moisturizing
get us a sponsorship by Biotine, bro. I'm telling you.
spray. I exploded.
Skeet.
That's a gentleman. You're such a gentleman.
Right. While
Open doors for me.
you're getting your spray on, think about this next question. Where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years?
Not in prison.
That's that's a positive one. Right there.
Honestly, man, I hope I have a family in the next 5 years. I got one on the way. I mean, I feel like I could do two. I fucking love kids, man.
Hell yeah.
I love kids. I need a house. I need some grown up shit. I need some shit that doesn't depreciate with value.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully in the next 5 years, I could see myself making money off of music and doing what I love. That'd be a fucking ideal.
Yeah.
I'm still in that right now.
But do
I'm
you think you're gonna have to move?
probably. Yeah. I've talked to my lady about it.
Isn't the success kind of a necessity? Like if your job requires you moving, it's kind of like this is what it is.
It's daunting, and that's the thing is like a lot of that. The reason why a lot of artists can do that is because these motherfuckers don't work. Like they live at home with their moms, and like or
they have like 7 babies' moms that they don't pay child support
Yeah,
for.
they're you know what I mean. They're not paying for bills, and I've
Right.
had people flip on me in the past and be like, "Fuck you, dog! I make more money than you." I'm like,
Well, then what the fuck are you doing with that money, son?
You live with your mom, bro. Like, I make more money than you, but it doesn't. I don't have more money than you because I have to pay for shit.
it's bills.
I got real life problems. Yeah. And if it came to a point where it was real and it was that legitimate, and somebody was like, "Yo," like I got to the point where they were like, "I want to take you on tour. I'm gonna give you $50,000 for the next year." I would tell my job to fuck off.
Hell yeah.
Because if I could continue to make that, if I'm guaranteed $50,000 and I could continue to make money off of that, because if I'm making $50,000 for a tour or something like that, even a reasonable amount, if I'm making more in a year than what I'm making in that year to be at work, I'll leave.
Right.
But you got to make it worth my while. Other than that, I really don't. You know what I mean? I'm about to do a small little tour run. I didn't really have to pay that much to get onto it. I got hopefully get money on the back end. You know what I mean? And
So is that how you do? Is you hope to recoup by performing and
Maybe some
or
album sales,
What do you mean
some
by
merch
back
sales
end?
and shit.
Yeah, back end. Well, I mean, sometimes there's guarantees, and that's why it depends on who you fuck with and how you get in and where you get in. You know, I have people who have like guaranteed me money. You know what I mean? Or you invest this much money, and we'll guarantee you some money, like because they have a team that does that, and they make sure that you're getting either paid for the visit or the tour's getting paid for the visit, or you're getting a door split. But either way, they guarantee you something back. That to me is what really got me to buy into these tours. And Landon Wordswell, he's from Oregon, Landon Wordswell, and I met him down here at a show, and we just clicked, we vibed. He actually liked the fucking scene so much, he moved down to Arizona, and he lives in Phoenix now.
Nice.
And he's done some big tours. He's got on like shows with Talib Kweli.
I've heard that name.
He just toured with kAZual, back New York. He's done, he's got on some big shit, and he was literally making money just to tour.
That's
if I was actually consistently making money just to tour, I would tour.
Because that's where you got to make your money now, right?
Well, that's
tours, streams. This is no longer album sales.
Well, think about it. If
anymore.
you go and you make fucking money off of tours and streams, you're probably making money because people fuck with you. So if you're gonna buy my merch, you're probably gonna buy my music. So I just created a fan of you. I created a consistent income from one person, and if I can do that with 5
get
people,
1,000 of them motherfuckers, and
you know what I'm saying, then I can eat, and then I can start to make
thing.
money off of music. Once I start to make money off of music, I can do bigger tours, and you just catapult.
it's like
from
that
there.
10% rule. If you got 100 followers, 10 people are going to click that like. If you got 1,000 followers, 100 people are going to
Yeah,
click
most
that
people
like.
don't
type
have
shit,
that
you know
well
what I
of
mean?
numbers though.
Dude, there's an actual
It's not that equation's not exactly time proof. Cause
No, fuck no.
you
Dude,
could
like
have 50,000 followers, you get like 60 likes now. You know?
Yeah.
only 5% of Twitter users have more than 100 followers.
Wow.
Only 5% of Twitter users. That's 5%.
So what are they- what
so
are-
that 5% is the famous people.
So are they
Yeah,
following like are most Twitter users following just a group of people?
Celebrities.
And they're not
Celebrities,
getting
and they're not
And I
getting
feel like
any
that's
follows
what
back.
Twitter was.
Talks
Twitter-
about followers.
Twitter was the first thing that made people feel close to celebrities.
Well, what is dope is you could talk shit to one of these celebrities
Yeah.
and they hit you right back.
Yeah, you
Because
can
they
get a little
know,
rise
like,
out of them and
yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that.
They
And
got the
that's-
time today.
Yeah,
you know?
that makes you
kind
feel
of shit.
close to them. If
Oh,
they're
for
gonna fucking,
sure.
and that's what Twitter did, and that's why Twitter is still what it is. I feel
The
like
problem
for
is that
time
they
being.
had a issue monetizing Twitter because
Yeah.
they didn't know how to.
Well, it was such
now
a
that's
basic
all the
format.
sponsored shit. Now is what's
Yeah.
and then they have NBA games sometimes broadcasted on
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
All this different stuff.
contracts and shit
But
like
Did I
that.
tell
it's
you
just-
Freddie Gibbs liked my shit?
Really?
Yeah, I put a thing that I was talking about, like one of his songs, and I tagged him, and he fucking went and he liked it and
what's
retweeted
up.
it or something.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
tight.
fuck yeah, Red Freddie Gibbs.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucker. But okay, so dog, check this out. Last question, bro. Tell us more about your Vincent project. Like, what kind of vibe does it bring, and how's it different than everything you released in the past? Because that's the next one coming out, right? Is Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent's coming.
I mean, because
out
you have
November
'cause
30th.
What day is the function dropping on iTunes?
The function is scheduled to drop on.
Did you say like the 16th or something?
Yeah, like
that? It's like this
what's today?
weekend,
Yeah,
right?
it's a Friday, I think.
It's like this week,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's Friday. What's today?
Nice. Okay.
Today's the 15th. Thursday's
Yeah.
the 15th. So yeah, it's the 16th.
Okay,
Tomorrow.
we'll
Tomorrow's dropping
we'll
tomorrow.
definitely make sure to share the link
And that's on iTunes.
Yeah.
on iTunes. Yeah, Spotify.
because the
it'll be
sway
on-
because the
it'll be
sway
on all that
song is
shit.
there now, but it was like a pre-order type thing, but that the rest of the album's dropping like this week.
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
said?
it'll be on all that shit. So
Okay.
Vincent, the difference between Vincent and this is why I like doing like collaborative projects with producers and shit is because I'm conjoined kind of with that producer. I get to put myself in an area that I necessarily wouldn't find myself if I was doing a bunch of random beats. Like it sounds like a cohesive project because it came from the same two people, and it's so organic that
And
even
that's
if
you and
Black One.
and Black One, Jerome.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
shout out to Black One.
yeah, man, he's done a lot. He's done a lot for
He's
me.
managing you now, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's cool to have somebody in my corner who actually fucks with me, you know, and wants to see me succeed as much as I want to succeed.
It's
kinda
dope
thing.
because I'm pretty sure you don't pay him a yearly salary.
No, I mean
So he's probably what, commission based.
well, we have agreements exactly.
So
yeah.
the harder he works for you,
the more money I
he's
make.
well, the more
he
money
makes.
both of you gonna
Yeah,
make.
exactly. And that's the thing is,
That's
it's a mutual
Right, it's a
investment.
harmonious
Yeah.
relationship.
and I wouldn't have
because
it any other way.
One hand washes the other. You know.
Yeah, exactly. You want me to succeed because you know that it's gonna make more money for you as
Definitely.
well, and you want to see me succeed so bad that you know what I mean. And he tells me to do shit, and I'm like, he's like, yo, you should do this. I'm like, cool, and I go check it out, and I'm like, all right, I ain't doing this. And he's like, cool, man, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I want to do this. He's like, okay, let's do it, then let's do it, run with it. But it's dope having somebody on my shoulder like, yo, I need this, I need that. You know what I mean? And it was cool with me because I fucking work pretty quick as far as music goes. So he sent me like 5 beats, and I did 4 of them, and I was like, yo, we got to switch that other one. But I'm a different kind of beast. Like I used to go and fuck up tracks just because I thought nobody else could do them. I'd be like, this is me, and you can't touch this track. That's how different our skill levels are. Like you think you're this kind of skill level, but if somebody heard me on this record and heard you, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? It's not even, we're not even the same MC. We're not even in the same league.
I know that you're not in the business of saying like, oh well, I'm like this style, but I sound like this dude. But if for the listeners that have never heard of you, how can you describe your style? Like, what can they say if they pop in one of your CDs? What kind of artist can you compare yourself to without losing your originality?
That's the dope thing is like if you listen to my CDs, they're different.
Okay.
Like I have a co-pilot. I was doing co-pilot with a producer. And
That's this, right?
Yeah, that's that. That's the
this.
second.
Shout out to you
the
for
second
bringing us a couple
Co-Pilot
CDs,
album.
man.
Yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
The CD.
And you'll
Appreciate
see
that.
on this, like, let me see that. And this was the first one we did was a lot of his style, and I was fitting his style and his mold and his sound. And then on this one, like he heard me making records while I was writing the first one, and I wrote it very quick. Both of these I wrote within like a month, 2 months, and we recorded them and put them out. Very quick process, yeah.
Woo.
I did all the artwork on this shit. But this one you'll hear, he heard me writing other styles of records, and he was getting mad. He would be like, "Yo, fuck you! Like, I want you to write something like that for me." And I'm like, give me something that sounds like that, and I will. You know what I mean? You're still giving me the same. And he does like this dark trap. It's very dope. I love it. I fuck with this super heavy, and it was a style that's popping, still kind of popping. And so we do records like that, like Practice. But if you go to like Celibate is more like that new style of trap where it's kind of down tone, melodic. It's very slow and eerie. And then you go to songs like All Night and If It Ain't Mine, and they're like clubby, dancey, pop type songs, but they're still got that dark trap feel to them. So, and if you listen to the function is very different. It's we got a little more of a different style there. We're doing a little more like a boom bap MC type shit. If you listen to Vincent is, you'll see the rub off of Black One's style in my music. And what I did is I accommodated the producer. I feel like if you're not accommodating the producer and you can't adapt to that producer, you probably shouldn't be working with them.
I know that there's a lot of different recipes. Some producers will come in with a flash drive full of beats.
Yeah.
Some producers will tailor something directly to you when they're in the studio with you.
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Which way?
I prefer you to just...
Like, do you want to...
Normally I shop a producer's catalog.
Okay.
But that's because, like, if I'm looking at somebody online, but with this, how Vincent kind of worked out, he kind of was just like, he knew what he wanted to hear from me, being that we were going to put the project out collectively. And he kind of gave me that style. And as it evolved, he started to see,
So it was a nice little good tennis match with you and him, and back and forth.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we should do that. And he sent me a record one time, and it actually ended up becoming the next song we're going to drop, which is Bang Bang. And it's a squad cipher pretty much. It's everybody who's on currently, besides Justorian, who's currently on Starstruck.
Nice.
And he sent me that record, and he sent me another one. He's like, we have to pull that off of your record. And I was like, all right. And I already had it, and I'd already written something to it. And I wrote something else to it. And I was like, you know what? This verse is so fire. I'm going to send it to him. And he was like, fuck that other record. We're putting this back on your album. So it was cool. Like,
nice.
But he's such an unorthodox producer that I really was like, fuck it. I'm going to challenge myself and go back to the way I used to write. And I'm going to write those records because nobody else could write these fucking records the way that I do them. And that's what I did. And it was cool to feel that sense again, that I had to adapt to what this producer was doing because it's so unorthodox.
Keeps you sharp.
Yeah, fuck yeah. If you ain't practicing, you ain't doing nothing, man.
Kind of to wrap it up, if you had words of encouragement for someone that's trying to get into the rap game today, they don't have a really big budget, they fucking love hip hop, what would you recommend them doing getting into the game?
Learn how to record yourself. Take time to learn your craft. Most people don't do that, bro. Mm-hmm. You know why I stopped going to the studio? Because I learned to record myself so well that I didn't need to go to the studio, and I could get the sound that I wanted. And if I needed, I fucked with engineers to the point where if I needed to, I could send my vocals to my engineer and just have him record them because I knew how to record myself. Mm. You know what I mean? I go and people don't know how to record themselves. They don't know how to record on a microphone. They don't know spacings. You go to live shows, artists don't know how to hold the mic. They'll literally hold
it.
Yeah.
You don't know how many times I told fucking artists, hey, bro, don't put your fucking hand over the thing.
I've had few people listen to me, and I've seen them later down the road, and they're doing good, and I'm like, yo, you remember me? They're like, yeah, I do remember you. You told me this or you told me that. I've always been that person to where, like, these people are afraid, bro. They won't show you how they do it, and they're afraid you'll be better than them. I feel like, and I love saying this, I'm like the sensei. If I'm afraid to teach you, it's because I think you're better than me. What sensei would ever not teach their student because they were afraid that they would be better.
That
than
would
them.
be Kill Bill. He was not taught the
I guess I'm a Sith because
the 5-finger palm trick was
Right.
not taught to Bill.
right.
So
Hey, but Kung Fu
Padme was
Panda-
not. Padme
Kung
was.
Fu Panda.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
I guess I'm a
It's
Sith Lord, bro,
It's
because
nothing.
I feel like I'm your master and you gotta kill me in order to be the dude.
See, that's
You know
how
what
I
I'm saying?
feel. Like I show any and everybody I come in contact. I'll teach you all my tricks, and you can do whatever you want. You will never be a better me. And that's the problem with a lot of these artists is they're afraid somebody's going to be better at being them than them, or that they can be somebody else better than they can. If you're searching for your identity that much, you might as well not be an artist. If you're not the best you and better than anybody at being you than you are,
Be you.
you ain't even in here.
Buddy,
You're
yeah.
not even...
Well, would you give a shout out where they can find you on all the social
what's
medias?
the socials?
Facebook, I'm on Vinney Mendez. You can find me. That's a Vinney Mendez music page. It's Vinney Mendez. Also, you can find me on Instagram at that. It's one word, Vinney Mendez. On Twitter, I think I still got a Twitter. It's Vinney Me, Vinneyme. And then I got like SoundCloud. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. You can look it up.
Yeah, check out for the homie.
Hell yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Vinney Mendez.
Thank you for coming by, man.
Thank you for coming by, bro. We got to give a shout out to the sponsor, Official Clothing, which Mr. Mendez is
All day.
sponsored by Official Clothing. For
day.
those of you that don't know, he has his own code. Oh, I think you gave the wrong code last night.
No, I
On
checked
that
it. I
thing.
checked
it's,
the
it's
link.
Not, it's not Mendez. I
15.
thought it was Vinney Mendez.
Man,
15.
you did me dusty, bro. I'll show you
No.
the text. I'll show you the text.
Does it
bruh.
say just Mendez?
I keep all
Prove
my
I thought it was
promos.
Vinney Mendez. I thought it was your whole name because I did Jamal's like that too. I did Jamal
Nah,
Ari
buddy.
15. Anyways,
I
that
checked it for
that
you.
Hood Diner
What
15
it?
is still up. You guys got to check that out at
check the website,
official.com.
but,
We'll post the coupon code.
We'll post a
Yeah,
coupon
for
code
sure.
here on the tweets and all the live socials and shit.
Once again,
like that.
thanks for coming through, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
man,
It's dope,
definitely.
man. It was a
Good
lot of
luck
fun.
in the future, and when that Vincent CD drops, come through again, and
We're definitely gonna be sharing the
Check it
shit
out.
out of that,
Yeah,
man.
hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Hell
then
yeah.
Me and this dude got plenty of work that we're gonna be doing here.
So
in the
you
next
heard
couple
real quick
months and
before we
shit.
take off. You heard Savages Part 1, right?
Yeah, that was my jam of the week last week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Savages Part 2
When is that dropping?
Is dropping soon. I don't know when it's dropping, but
Who's on that one with you?
Yeah, have you guys heard of this cat Deli Every Day?
no.
See, this is the problem with social media. So you remember Gary Vee said somebody's gonna put out a song every day.
Right.
This kid is on like, I don't even know how old he is. This dude is on like track number 320 right now. Started at the beginning of this year, and his name is Deli Every Day. It was Deli Every Day before he decided to do
Deli
this.
Every
and
Day?
this dude is dropping a song every day this year, and has consistently done it with no disruptions.
So when you go,
he's going
and
in
do
the Guinness
something
Book
like
of
that-
World Records.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you do something like that, it's kind of hard to be objective or not. I guess subjective. How much is fire and how much is just content that you're trying to do this thing for?
But that's
you know
the
what
thing,
I'm
like
saying?
I was saying earlier, yeah, people will drop a five track EP and one song is fire. And people still fuck with you because you got
Right,
one good
right,
song.
right,
They
right,
judge
right.
you on a scale of how much versus
Volume.
quality. But if I have 5 and one's good, you fuck with me and you'll listen to the next 5. And if there's one good out of the next 5, you'll listen to it.
If you can make me dance, Vinney Mendez, I fuck with you.
But yeah, man, that dude is crazy, and that's gonna be. I have a different verse, and then Deli Every Day's verse is crazy on there, and then we're doing a part 3, which we'll end up eventually doing a challenge. Haven't really done that yet, but that's what's gonna come out of that, and whoever ends up, doing work, putting in work,
They get to get on the
they will
part
be
3.
on the deluxe version, I believe, of my
That's
album.
dope, man.
Yeah.
You definitely making some dope moves, Mr. Mendez. And
Yeah.
bro, we appreciate you coming through, bro, for real. Welcome to the Hood
Hell
Diner.
yeah.
This has been episode 23, and this is DJ Century.
And I am the homie kAZual, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.